What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jump Shot Therapy. My name is Dylan Barretto. I am the boss baby. I am Peking Pants. I am Basil Buns. I am here today with the human sweater vest Muslim Goku, Alfredo Velez.
Yeah.
The Joker to my Batman, Stack Eye Hunter with his computer ready to go this time.
Yeah.
Slack-jawed like a fucking Neanderthal, ready to go. Look at him quotes. We are not joined by Big Brother today. He has to work early in the morning. So he is not joining us.
Yeah, it's like being an adult.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you gotta work at fucking 5 in the morning. Don't get to be with the big boys. Throwing a party, drinking coconut water and Gatorade, am I right?
And water.
And regular
Pool
water.
and spring water.
Yeah, but y'all motherfuckers aren't doing this sober October thing that I'm doing, and I'm fucking struggling. 11 days in.
Congrats.
5 pounds down.
Keep it going.
No
sober
Coke,
October in terms of like alcohol?
alcohol, soda, fast food, like everything.
Hey,
Get
keep it up.
myself sexy.
You don't even
again.
drink alcohol that much, do you?
I don't drink it too much, but it's
Only for like
everything.
special, like certain occasions and shit.
Not even certain occasions. If there's people, I'll drink. I'm a
Social drinker.
I'm a social drinker, and then I'm everybody's favorite social drinker because I lose my balance and I talk really loud and over exaggerated. If you think I'm at a 6 here, I'm definitely at a 9 or 10 there.
Oh yeah, God.
So you've seen it firsthand.
Oh, of course.
Let
When
me
the
go-
homeboy Chico was here.
Let me try to go and do some jujitsu on my child. We got a big show going on today. Talk some UFC 229, a lot of NBA news to cover, and some NFL stuff. So let's get right into it. Khabib versus Conor.
Wait, but first, before we get into the Khabib and Conor, can we go over some of the fights on the fight card? Because some of them shits were very impressive.
Sure, let's talk about the two
lead
fights
up.
that mattered before that fight, because every other fight on that was kind of like not very good.
Well, can I give a shout out to Michelle Waterson? She low key fine as hell.
Oh, the karate hottie Michelle
Oh
Waterson.
God, she's all right.
Well, thank you for doing that.
There's your shout out.
There's your quick shout out to Michelle Waterson. I want to shout out Derek Lewis.
Yo,
First
that
of
dude
all,
is funny as shit.
He was getting his ass beat.
The entire
dude.
fight.
The whole fight, he was getting his ass absolutely handed to him, and he wasn't even trying. He was like, "I just gotta do the feint left, come with the overhand right. I'm gonna
He
get
was doing
it."
the same 2 punches almost every time.
Oh, dude, I don't know why the Russian dude
Didn't finish it earlier. Yeah.
didn't finish it, didn't just stick and move.
Yeah.
Why did he keep?
He was
trying to
definitely
come
more
forward?
agile than
he
him.
was winning the fight. He literally was winning the fight.
Didn't he
And-
rock Lewis at one point?
Yeah, he gave him the works. He gave him the business a little bit. But he literally, all he had to do was just jab, jab, walk away.
Yeah.
Especially
that
in the
length
third round.
too, yeah.
Why are you trying to put him away? You know he's trying to get to the fucking knockout.
Yeah.
Why are you playing into it? Mm-hmm. And he played right into it in the last, 11 seconds of the fight?
Yeah. He knocked
literally
him out.
knocked him out in the last
11 seconds.
seconds of the fight.
Yeah.
It was 11. I think it was 11 when he hit him. By the time the fight stopped and Homeboy's
No,
head
it was
bounced off the canvas, it was like 3 seconds.
449. 449.
Yeah.
They stopped it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Derek Lewis. And then also one of the best
Interviews ever. Probably
post-fight
the best
interviews
interview ever.
My
My balls was hot.
Hey, Joe Rogan goes, "Hey, Derek, why'd you take your pants off?" And he goes, My
balls
balls
was
was
hot. He goes,
And
yeah.
then Joe Rogan goes, "I understand."
He's like, Donald Trump called me, said, knock out this Russian motherfucker out.
Oh, he gave him the absolute business. But shout out to Derek Lewis. He just earned himself a title shot against Daniel Cormier. Spoiler alert, he ain't winning that
Yeah.
at all.
I want to see Derek Lewis versus that football guy.
Greg Hardy? I don't know why you keep
I don't
mentioning Greg
know.
Hardy like he's a good fighter. He's not.
I don't know. He's just interesting.
He doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the top fucking 15 of heavyweights. Oh, let's feed him a top 5 heavyweight. Oh, watch him get his ass whipped.
Yeah.
He just has better cardio. That's all he has, and he's got a strong right straight, but he ain't gonna do anything to an actual fighter.
Speaking of strong right straights, remember that John Turner guy in the undercard on the Fox Sports one?
Yes.
That's how dude with the D'Angelo Russell dreads?
Yes.
Yo, his jabs are powerful as fuck.
Yes, he was throwing some hard strikes, some very powerful strikes going in there.
But his ass got laid out though. That shit was crazy.
Oh, he got his ass whipped. The other fight I want to shout out is Tony Ferguson and Anthony Pettis.
I had Pettis waiting that fight before he broke his hand.
You're wild if you thought that. I don't know how you were scoring that.
I don't know,
I really don't know how you could score that.
I was just scoring off like some of the takedowns, and I feel like
He didn't have any.
I just feel like Pettis was more dominant most of the fight.
No. Let me tell you where you're wrong. He literally was backing up the whole fight. Tony Ferguson was the clear aggressor, landed more strikes, and had better, more transitions on the ground. There's no way Pettis was winning that fight. Pettis literally spent most of his time on his ass. I love Anthony Pettis. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah.
He was losing that fight.
I think if Pettis didn't break his hand, he probably knocked him out.
No.
You don't think so?
No way.
Well, Ferguson
I think this is you being very biased.
Probably.
Because it was a good fight.
Yeah.
It was the
very
best fight on the
entertaining,
card.
yeah.
It was the best fight on the card, and I think your fandom is clouding your actual
Probably.
judgment because Tony Ferguson
has a jaw of steel.
He was working him. Ferguson did get laid out. But he landed more punches. He caused more damage.
I'm talking about when Pettis was like had Ferguson on the back and he was standing up and he was there. I thought that was gonna be it.
No, there's no way that was gonna happen. Ferguson's too good on his back.
Yeah,
Pettis didn't have dominant position enough to really land those strikes, and Ferguson was trying to sneak him into it like a Umaplana at one point.
Paying retainers, Doug?
Invisalign.
Oh, Invisalign. Oh.
Yeah, this is my Invisalign.
I thought Invisalign was that,
that's
like,
why I put the thing up to my
Hunter's
mouth because
got
I
like those
when I
strips.
take it out, like spit comes out and shit. And I don't want you guys like looking at the. Yeah. It's gross.
All right, so the main card.
Hold on, let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Anthony Pettis had to bow out because he broke his hand. It was not Pettis' decision. It was Duke Rufus in his corner.
Yeah.
So shout out to your corner looking after the fighter.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that doesn't happen too much anymore. And that's what causes a lot of damage and a lot of fighters to retire.
Yeah, his hand was like this. It was weird.
Great. Man, I'm glad that you said his fan looked like this and we're an audio podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
My bad, guys.
Khabib Conor. Shocker, Khabib won. I was Team Conor because I like Conor more. Conor is a better personality and
I like it
is
too.
a better promoter of the fight.
Yeah.
Khabib, there's only two people who I think that could beat Khabib actually, like straight on, is Ferguson and Motown Phenom, black dude. His name will come to me in a minute.
Is he in the lightweight division?
He's in that division. The Motown Phenom. He just fought. Ferguson and him fought for the interim.
Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee, yes, my guy. I think those two are the only two that have a chance because of their backgrounds and their ability to actually wrestle. Conor's not a wrestler. He is the most prolific striker of all time. Congratulations to Khabib. However,
That after shit.
the
that
stuff
pissed me off.
is the worst thing I've seen in
Yeah.
MMA in almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Because the last time something like this happened was in Strikeforce with the Diaz brothers and Mayhem Miller kind of jumping in there, and then the fight kind of broke out. If you guys haven't seen that, go ahead and look that up. That's was a black mark on the sport for such a long time, and the UFC and Bellator and all those guys have been doing such a good job of gaining back the reputation of the sport. But this is going to go down as one of the darkest moments in the sport.
Definitely.
From a fan's perspective, I think it's incredibly interesting because it creates controversy and there's an interest for another rematch.
Yeah.
I think it creates like a narrative, and I think a lot of people like it because it kind of reminds them of like '90s era WWE.
WWE,
Exactly.
the Attitude Era.
I like
Attitude Era, but it's very real.
it's too real.
Yeah.
They're already
Because I think this was beyond the actual match. This is more personal.
It is, and we all knew it was going to be personal, but because the narrative was
I mean,
already
Dana
started.
White did the best he could with security. I'm gonna say
He had more security there than he ever did.
could.
He ever did, but nobody expected that to happen. They knew shit was going to go down, but it's incredibly irresponsible on Khabib's camp and everybody involved.
At least the fans didn't get involved like that boxing match from like 17 years
Now
ago.
it gives a
was
chance-
my fear.
Yeah, now it gives a chance for like Bellator to like they're already marketing off of it. They said like we keep fights in the ring. They had like a video on that.
Yeah, and EA
Lord.
Sports came out and they were like, "Sorry guys, we're not adding
Adding
Royal Rumble
Rumble.
to our UFC 3 game.
They're not adding what?
We're not adding a Royal Rumble mode."
Yeah.
They tweeted it not even like 2 minutes
Not
after it
even 2
happened.
minutes after it happened. We were literally in my living room watching it live, and Fredo's like, "Oh, Khabib won, yes," and he's like turning around. I'm like, oh shit, Khabib just turned the cage, and Fredo goes, what? And he goes to the TV, goes, no, Khabib, what are you doing?
Stop, you won, leave him alone.
Nah,
Judging from your retweets, though, it looked like you were supporting it.
I'm supporting him to a certain extent.
So here's before you go further into your thing, here's where I don't think anybody should support Khabib in this matter. At the end of the day, it's a business, and you promote the fight. So you say whatever you do to get people to buy the fight. The more people who buy the fight, the more money you end up making on the back end of the pay-per-view. Yeah. Great. Fantastic. Everybody wins. Guess who's the best in the business at marketing a fight?
McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Yeah. So for a fighter to be literally physically as thick-skinned as they are, to be going into fights, for him to get his feelings hurt because of shit that was talked to him, I don't have any sympathy. Yeah. We are all adults. You get paid money to go out there and fight, right? If you're going to tell me as an adult, somebody says something about your family, your religion, you're going to go ahead and punch them in the face outside of the ring.
But I think it goes deeper than that. I think it goes even before the bus incident. Because I think Conor McGregor's camp and Khabib's camp had beef before the bus incident.
I know the history, so let me speak. Okay. So Conor and Khabib actually got along real well for years. Saquon Barkley just ran like a 40-yard touchdown, by the way. Conor McGregor and Khabib actually got along very well for years. Yeah. The reason this started is because Khabib's guys tried to punk Conor's guys before the Brooklyn pay-per-view. Yeah. So Conor flew his guys out from Ireland to go and get Khabib. Yeah. Khabib started this.
Well, Khabib's camp, not him.
Khabib was there.
Yeah, Khabib was there.
But it wasn't Khabib himself who started it.
Khabib was involved in the situation.
He was in the bus.
He was there trying to punk Conor's teammate.
You said Khabib's
he slapped
team.
him in the face.
Khabib and his team
slapped him in the face.
Were there trying to punk Conor's teammate.
This is before the buzz. Before he was even in the bus.
Before the bus. Before Conor even got to the country.
But wasn't one of Khabib's teammates fighting in that match or something?
They were going to be fighting on that card. So they ran into the guy who was fighting. Yeah. So they decided, there's only one guy. Here's 5 or 6 dudes. Let's go bully him.
And they slapped him.
And they slapped him around.
Okay, I didn't know the slapping part.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is why I do not support Khabib in this. I'm actually a very big fan of Khabib. Yeah. I think what Khabib's doing for the sport, bringing wrestling back, is great. Yeah. Because the only wrestlers to this point were all the Team Alpha Male guys. Yeah. They all get their asses whipped quite frequently. Yeah. So I like Khabib. I don't like Khabib anymore because
I didn't like him after that punk move. Well, before the ring, when they were like slapping around Conor's teammate, I didn't like that because I think. Like Conor McGregor, you keep it in the ring, and then when the fight's over, it's over. You never seen Conor go out.
That's what I said. I said keep it in the ring. I wanted to keep it. Like as soon as he tapped out, like Grant, I know you said that choke was a little too long. A lot of UFC fighters do that.
No, like way too long because the second
that was like 2 seconds, not even.
If Herb Dean wasn't there, he was gonna keep it on. You want to know why I knew that? Because he heard the bell ring and then he ringed it even more.
Yeah, but there's other fighters who've done longer and worse.
That I've seen personally.
I have seen.
I have not seen it. Okay. You want to know why? I'm for sure I know this because he took it so personal. The second it's over, he felt the tap. He rung it even more. He was not trying to let that go. Even if Herb Dean wasn't there, he was going to try to do it. He was going for the kill.
Well, at least Herb Dean was there.
Herb Dean was there and was able to release it.
Who was it? Who was it in the women's division who was it Amanda Nunes who was talking shit about Ronda Rousey and her father killing himself?
No, that was Betch Correa.
And she got her ass whooped.
She got her ass fucking whooped.
And she kept it in the ring.
What I'm saying is also a cultural thing. Like Russia, I'm not saying even faith. I'm talking about Russia and America and Ireland. Russians take shit pretty to heart because I feel like they're very proudful. Like they have a lot of pride. So I feel like in that person, it was a more like from America and Russia, even England from America, it's very different.
I get that. Yeah, but a cultural difference. But at the end of the day, you know what sport you're in. Yeah, but you've been watching Conor do this for years. Yeah. You got the Conor fight and you thought Conor was going to talk his shit. That's irresponsible on your behalf, Khabib. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Exactly.
But for what Conor did was bad. Conor got arrested. Conor faced his time. All that stuff.
He did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do.
He paid his fines.
Want to know why they didn't suspend him? Because he was going to get his revenge in the ring. Yeah. Khabib was going to get his revenge in the octagon. Why suspend him and miss that fight? It doesn't make a difference. Yeah. So you know what your punishment is? You go in the ring with the guy you're trying to get. guess what happened? He got what was coming to him.
Yeah.
What didn't need to happen
Was all the after shit.
was all the after stuff.
Yeah.
Dylan Dennis completely rebuked everything that Khabib said. He said about him being a fucking Muslim rat. Mm-hmm. He said that actually never happened. Mm-hmm. So we'll wait to see what happens there.
Yeah, because I know Dana White said after the fight, Danson was saying stuff, and then Khabib threw the mouthpiece, and then more chatter, and then he jumped over.
Yeah.
When he jumped over, McGregor also tried to jump over the cage.
He tried to stop him.
Yeah, to stop him, but
yeah,
Khabib's trainer was trying to go over the fence to stop him too, and McGregor took a swing at Homeboy's trainer, and then when he went down, that's when the video that I tagged you in earlier,
yes,
where they they basically jumped McGregor in the cage.
At first, I thought it was only 2. I didn't know it was 3.
I didn't see who was the third.
The third guy.
Oh, the third guy with the hat. With the hat. Yeah, with the hat. Yeah,
3 guys tried to clean Conor up after that, which is totally wrong. Mm-hmm. So, just announced today, they're both being temporarily suspended. Which means it's only a 10-day suspension until the next Nevada State Athletic Commission meeting. Right now, Conor has gotten paid. Khabib has not. I don't think Khabib deserves to get paid. I also think Khabib deserves to get stripped.
You also told him to keep their money.
He did also tell him to keep the money, but at the end of the day, you have to pay your training camp, and your training camp gets paid through your fight winnings.
I mean, he'll probably get the money from the pay-per-view. I don't think they're gonna.
I don't
withhold
think they're
that.
any of the residuals.
I think that's from the UFC, not from the Nevada State.
That or Vladimir Putin.
So if it's from the UFC, he'll probably still get paid.
Yeah,
but
that won't come for a couple months though.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I would allow Khabib to retain the title. Mm-hmm. If you're going to be a representative of the UFC, of the company, you need to carry yourself with class. And Khabib usually carries himself with class. Mm-hmm. We just saw what Khabib's really about. Mm-hmm. You can't be a champion and not act like a champion.
But getting back to the actual fight was inside the cage. When Khabib had Conor on the ground, he was taking those swings. He was talking shit.
Oh yeah,
so much. But I forgot. It was Joe Rogan or Cruz, Dominic Cruz. Was it Dominic Cruz that was there?
It was Rogan. It was both of them.
But, and they were saying it's not Khabib unless you hear him talking shit.
Yeah, that was Rogan. Khabib's always talking. Khabib usually only does his talking on the ground though.
Only on the ground?
Yeah, he usually only talks on the ground. There's one fight a couple fights ago where he literally was in the dominant position, just hitting him on the ground, and he's like, "Just stop! I don't know why you're still here. Just tap out. Just give up."
That's so tight, yo.
Yeah.
And that leg lock he was doing in the first round was pretty. I never saw that before.
I've seen that. I've seen it. Well, I've been watching Khabib fight for years, so I knew it was gonna happen.
I think this is the first ever Khabib fight I've ever saw on pay-per-view.
I've watched a lot of Khabib fights. He does that quite frequently when he has the opportunity to. I'm surprised Conor's team didn't do a better job. Their game plan was, if you're going to take him down, make him work. Yeah. That first round, he made him work. That's why that first round, I told you, I think it was a draw.
Yeah. A lot of people had a 10-9, though.
You can have it either way.
Yeah.
Khabib was in the dominant position, but he wasn't working.
Yeah.
So, there were times
I think he was just tiring him out the first round.
Well, Conor wasn't doing anything. He was just literally just sitting there.
But still, it's still that movement of trying to, that still could take some stamina from him.
Yeah, but the person who's exerting more energy is Khabib.
Well, thank goodness Khabib has crazy stamina.
The third round, Khabib was gassed.
I think he was still good.
He was still good, but he was gassed.
Yeah, but he's not as gassed as McGregor.
No, because McGregor was just getting wrestled. Mm-hmm. But if
that's why I give Khabib. Khabib's endurance is fucking out of this world.
I want to see him go full 5 against someone who could really fight his style, because he's fought a bunch of strikers recently, and it's not the same.
Mm-hmm. But what other wrestlers are in that division?
Tony Ferguson.
Also, Khabib also has a Renzo Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's training under that on top of his wrestling, so he'll be
great.
Pretty good.
Tony Ferguson's also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
But wrestling and Jiu-Jitsu, that combination would be pretty good.
And he's also was a collegiate wrestler, so he knows wrestling and.
He fought bears. Come on, no fun.
Yeah, I was like, what, a fucking kid? Yeah, I want to go see him wrestle a bear now. Watch how fast he gets his fucking face eaten. But Khabib came out with a statement today, because all the fighters who came in to jump Conor are being released from the UFC, are being pulled from their fights, and their contracts are being voided. Khabib came out and said, if you're going to fire my team, you can fire me too.
Yeah.
A lot of analysts are like, oh, he may be the first person to change something. Guess who I don't think gives a fuck?
Dana White.
Is Khabib a draw? No. Khabib is not a monster pay-per-view draw. You know who is a monster pay-per-view draw?
McGregor.
Conor McGregor is. You know who the second biggest pay-per-view draw is? They
John
don't fucking
Jones?
have one.
John Jones.
Well, he hasn't fought in 2 years.
But when he comes back in January,
Yeah, but we never know.
Was it
He's
this
fighting
not on
in
track,
November.
November.
You never know with John Jones if he's going to be
232,
Because they
right?
got really close to a fight one time, and then he got suspended right before the fight, before that DC fight a couple years ago, and everybody was like so disappointed. Like Dana White right after was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
You know who the biggest draw is? Brock Lesnar.
Who's he supposed to fight?
Nobody right now. He's in the USADA testing pool, but the second Brock Lesnar gets announced, people want to buy it.
Oh, I thought it was
I think
gonna.
the only thing that happened with Conor McGregor was a few years ago. He was like, "I'm not doing these fucking press conferences." And
Yeah,
then
he
they
didn't
took
want to
him
do it for
out
the
of
Diaz fight.
Yeah.
And then he retired for like a month.
I thought it was gonna be Cormier and Lesnar.
At some point, it will
Some
be.
point. Okay.
At
So
some point.
far for you,
So Lesnar's not allowed to fight until January because he has to be in the USADA testing pool for about 6 months following the suspension he had.
okay. What was the suspension for?
PEDs.
You're a
Because
wrestler, so
he-
Right
well,
after.
Well,
Fishing.
WWE doesn't
Doesn't
allow
test.
that shit. No, they test.
Oh, they
now.
do?
They do
Okay,
test
okay.
now. Ever since like the Eddie Guerrero Benoit stuff, they test for all types of drug use and stuff like that. Like you see people like Roman Reigns was suspended for like 30 days from taking Adderall.
That's a mood stabilizer. Oh, never mind. ADHD, I mean.
It's also used as a masking agent for steroids.
I got to do my research. Are we going to pharmacy?
Yeah.
I got to do my
Yeah,
research.
just because it's for Adderall mainly doesn't mean it's not used in another way to help mask another drug that's being used. So
I got to look it up. Yeah, I got to do some research on it.
the next biggest draw is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar hasn't fought in almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Too. And before that,
I don't
was
even know the
almost 8
last
years.
person he fought.
Mark Hunt, UFC 200.
Oh,
Mark
okay.
Hunt.
The Samoan dude, whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
And all he did was take him down and punch him in the face a lot.
Doesn't
That's
he,
all he
like, date
does.
Ronda Rousey or something like that.
Huh?
Doesn't he date Ronda
No,
Rousey?
Ronda
No,
Rousey's
that's Travis
married.
Brown.
Ronda Rousey's married, I think.
Ronda Rousey's married to Travis Brown. Brock Lesnar is married to Sable.
Sable. All right. So far, UFC 232 is actually pretty good, but I like it so far. Besides the light heavyweight championship, John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson, Amanda Nunes and Cyborg.
Yes, that's also going to be a good fight.
That's going to be really good.
That's going to be a very good
BJ
fight.
Penn, Ryan Hall. I don't even know why BJ Penn's still fighting.
He's going to lose that again.
Michael Chiesa
Chiesa.
and Carlos Condit.
That's actually be a very good fight. Chiesa's very good, but Condit's super old. But Condit's got the length as a motherfucker. So that's going to be a very interesting fight.
All right.
But we can move on from that. John Jones comeback fight Alexander Gustafsson for the second time for the light heavyweight title. They're stripping Daniel Cormier because he's holding up the division. Good for you. I hope this leads to one more DC John Jones fight at heavyweight.
Definitely.
I'd like to see that.
I want to see John Jones move up.
He wanted to. His plan was originally to move up and fight Lesnar.
Because he could definitely move up.
Yes, and he holds the weight real well.
I mean, he walks around at least 225.
No, he does.
You think 240?
Well, he probably walks around at like 230, 235 when he's lifting. If he's, that's usually where he's at.
Yeah.
So done with MMA. Now we're going to our bread and butter. We're going to some basketball, some jump shots, so we can therapeutically please them.
Hey,
Jimmy Butler is the leader we all deserve. Are we all on the same page here?
Yes, that's the kind of stuff I love about.
I like it, but somebody put it in perspective a little bit. Somebody said, and I know I'm about to sound like a
Just say it.
Boston guy,
Here
but
we go.
hold on. Somebody said,
this is the Nick Wright thing.
this is the Nick Wright thing.
Damn it.
Nick Wright said, I love what Jimmy Butler did, even though Jimmy Butler just made, I like what Jimmy Butler did. And Nick Wright was like, I love what Jimmy Butler did because he like showed emotion at practice, all this shit, right? And he shat on Kyrie Irving last year for saying it quietly to the Cavs front office, and then they leaked it.
So my thing is, so here's where I'm going to...
And then they leaked it, and he had a problem with that because he said he was being a drama queen. Get the fuck out of here, Nick Wright.
Here's what I'm going to say to defend that. What makes this scenario different is Kyrie asked for the trade and then refused to do anything with Cleveland, where Jimmy Butler asked for the trade, wasn't given the trade, and went in there
and busted ass.
Everyone's ass was like, you need me. You guys can't do without me.
Yeah.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
And I love that about basketball.
And here's
though.
what's going to go
I love
on.
that shit.
We're going to do this shit my way. Give me all the third strings. I'm going to bust all your ass to tell all of you.
Yeah, give me you,
why
you, and you.
You need to take this more seriously.
Yeah, give me you, and
Yeah, the only thing I gotta say about that
Wiggins,
is
whatever. Come on.
Kyrie had LeBron James. Kyrie wasn't the leader on that team. The Minnesota, Jimmy Butler is the leader on that team because they got a bunch of young guys. Andrew Wiggins isn't a leader. Cat isn't a leader.
Cat was supposed to be the leader.
Neither is Jeff Teague.
What did he say about Cat? Like he has all this talent, but
So
he just have heart.
He lacks heart just
He
like
he has all the
Wiggins. They
time.
both
He has
lack
lacks heart. Yeah.
He literally in the practice, in the scrimmages, was guarding Cat. Was like, you don't want no part of this.
Yeah.
Get this shit out of here.
Yeah,
He
Cat had
passed
him
it
in a
right
post.
out.
Yeah.
Passed it right out.
I think he was just trying to. I think
He was trying to
honestly,
light
I think
a
he was trying
fire.
to test him. He was trying to say, all right,
Yeah.
I'm coming at you with some
'Cause
heat. If you
these
come
guys-
back at me with some heat, then we got a team.
Yeah,
And they didn't.
And these guys are young too. I don't think any of them's older than 24.
The report that came out was these two dudes were laughing
Who?
after the
Wiggins
practice.
and Cat?
Wiggins and Cat were laughing while they were leaving practice.
Did they say for what, or just they were just
He was
laughing?
just laughing.
Probably saying like
You know
crazy
what?
or some shit.
So when I played basketball, I was the captain of my team, right? And I wasn't at that time. At that time, I wasn't as vocal as a leader as I am now as I got older.
Yeah.
And understood more what it was like. But when I said something and I did something and I went out and I led by example, they understood what happened and what's going to happen and how we're going to move forward from the situation. Whether I was going to leave my team because my coach didn't trust me, to me going out there, scoring 30,
Yeah.
and then telling my coach to suck my dick. Like, certain things need to happen to get the team.
Yeah.
That is something where you don't see in basketball anymore.
Yeah.
That was the most Michael Jordan thing I've seen in the NBA in such a long time.
Yeah.
Where I don't want to be here, but since
Well,
I'm
I would
here,
say
we're
Kobe
gonna-
then, because Kobe really fucked with his
Okay,
teammates
Kobe.
too. Yeah.
Let's do that. Kobe would fuck with his teammates too. He used to fuck with Sasha and Jeremy Lin all the
Yeah.
fucking time. So I don't want to be here. Since I'm gonna be here, we're gonna
Take
fucking
this.
work.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get the best out of you that I can. I'm gonna say what I gotta say to you. I'm not gonna back down. You don't have heart. You don't have heart. What are you gonna
Yeah.
say to me? Nothing. I have that same energy.
They even had a player meeting today, but I don't think anything leaked from it.
Apparently Jeff Teague said that's all bullshit.
Yeah,
A
but
player
then,
meeting?
but then Jimmy Butler told Rachel Nichols that it happened. But Jeff Teague, I don't know.
I don't.
He probably
I
wasn't
think he's
invited
trying to
to
keep
it.
everything in house.
That's probably what
He's trying to, but you can't do that in this situation. This situation's
Yeah.
all too far gone. This is a lose-lose situation for the Timberwolves.
It's the biggest story in the NBA now.
This is
Now that Kawhi got shipped to Toronto, this is the biggest story.
So do you think it makes them harder for them to trade Butler now? Like since
I think Pat Riley is loving.
I think
this
Pat
right now.
Riley's like, give him to me now.
Yeah.
because my thing is like Tim Thibodeau's like, holy fucker, like this. Now I'm keeping your ass.
But guess what? If the owner's like, move him, you got to move him.
Yeah, because the owner can move. The owner has the power to trade.
You guys
him.
want to hear some crazy shit?
What's up?
So I was thinking about this before. I was like, how old is Kat and Andrew Wiggins?
Under 24.
25, 26.
So
No, under.
Kat
Way
is 22,
Okay.
Yeah.
and Wiggins is 23.
Yeah,
How old was Derrick Rose when he won his MVP?
22,
22.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL the next year.
23.
So he tore his ACL at 23. These guys are like 22, 23. They're the same age as their teammate Derrick Rose when he like literally took that Chicago team,
The youngest.
the youngest
Yeah,
MVP,
MVP
ever.
ever. Yeah,
And they're not even really
They
living
have
up to
no
anything.
drive. They have no initiative to get it. Like talent. Cat has some of the best talent in the big man.
Yeah, and they think that they're young and they're just invincible, and they're like, okay, let's get our numbers up.
and
You're
here's
not
my
really doing
thing. This
nothing.
goes back to the generational gap that I believe in. It's like I feel like a certain year. I always say like the real '90s babies, and it's from like '89 to like '94ish. When we grew up, that's when like we were hard. Like I feel like the way we
I was
grew
born
up.
in 98.
I was.
So
Yeah.
so I feel like our age group, that generation, I would say like from 89 to 94 and then 95 into like 1999, I feel like it's two different generations. Because I feel like mine and your generation, I feel like are more stern and harder. And the
Yeah, we're just
generation after
entitled.
95 is much softer.
Y'all are entitled, and you can see it with those two, the guys there. So,
Like Derrick Rose, born 89-ish,
Yep.
90, and rough and rugged, like most of these like these like our peers.
Yeah.
But if you see players that are like third, fourth
so
year,
let me defend that
super
really
soft.
quick. So
Wiggins and Towns
Derrick
were
Rose
both in
also came
95.
into a team that had veterans. That's what this league is missing now.
Yeah.
You have teams where the average age is 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's teaching them how to be adults?
Yeah.
Who's teaching them how to be in
They're
the
wasting
league?
money and
That's
doing
why it's
stupid
valuable
stuff.
to have and they had it last year with Jamal
That's all these
Crawford
endorsements and all this other stuff is getting
But
out
like
of hand.
sometimes it's a little bit too far gone. Cat has already established himself as an all-star.
Yeah,
as
and they
the
gave
guy.
Wiggins that contract even though he really did
But they
nothing.
gave both of them contracts.
Well, they just extended Cat now, and they gave Wiggins last year. So it's like now that they got
And
this
they-
money,
yeah.
now
Combined is
how
almost
can anybody
300.
tell me anything? I just made it this far by doing it my way. Why do I need to listen to what old
Yeah, I
man
just made
God telling me?
$100 million. What is it, like I think you got like a
I think
4-year
Cat
122.
120, 130.
Well, he got a max deal, right?
Okay, and then Andrew Wiggins got 149.
Exactly. So
That's almost $300,000.
let's take
Two players.
let's take a look at the teams that have
5 years, 190 for Cat.
So let's take a look at the teams that have young talent
There's more than
that
Embiid,
also
right?
just have a veteran on them. There's only one team that comes to my mind.
Lakers.
That's the Lakers.
Yeah.
Lonzo not only has LeBron, and he has Rondo.
And JaVale, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, you don't want nobody talking to
Lance
JaVale. He's
Stevenson.
dumb.
I
You don't
just
want anybody
don't-
talking to Lance either.
Yeah, I don't see the Lakers going too far this year just because they have no 3-point shooting, and you need that in today's NBA.
I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just see.
Lonzo's first 3-point attempt this year looked
Was an
great.
airball.
Airball.
We'll see.
You know, he's coming
we'll
back
talk,
from
We'll
a-
talk about that
oh,
in a
yeah,
minute.
okay,
We'll talk about that in a minute. That's on here.
Okay.
Next thing. The Rockets trade for Jimmy Butler fell through because the Timberwolves wanted Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker.
I wouldn't give away Tucker, but I would give away Gordon.
I would give away.
You can't give away both.
If it came to it, I think I would. And the only reason why I would is because I think the Warriors are showing you, like, as long as you get three All-Stars on your team, and they have Clint Capella too, so I'd say 4 and 1 borderline All-Star. But if you have like 4 All-Stars and you just have, the Warriors don't have a good bench. I mean, they have actually they do.
They have a solid bench.
Yeah, they got Sean Livingston and
Yeah.
Andre Iguodala.
Jonas Jerebko.
Get out of here with
Yeah,
Jonas
they got
Jerebko.
Urepko.
Yeah, but
he's like a
stretch
stretch
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stretch big. When
fits
he was
their
on the
system.
Celtics, every time he got the ball, I was like, pass it. Get out. Get out, you
Oh,
bum.
Hunter finally hates someone wearing green.
Oh my
Shocker.
God.
Now, him and Evan Turner, I'd be like, get the ball
Kelly
away
Olynyk?
from these bums.
Do you like Kelly Olynyk?
He loved Maple Dick.
I love, Maple Dick.
Maple Dick.
Maple Dick saved their ass in the Wizard series.
Yeah, in that Wizard series, oh my God. Once you have a game like that.
Wasn't he dropping like 23, 22, or something like
He
that?
averaged he put up in that one game, I think it was 29.
Yeah,
Damn.
He shot.
They couldn't stop him. They literally couldn't stop him. But, the reason why I say don't get rid of both, who's your rotation?
Yeah. Besides Melo. Nothing.
Who's your rotation? You just gave up everything you had for Jimmy, and you have nobody
No
on your
bench.
bench.
And PJ Tucker's really good.
And you don't
3
even
and
know
D.
if you're going to re-sign Jimmy Butler because he's going to ask for so much money.
Yeah.
And you just gave
They don't
Chris
have
Paul
money.
and James Harden their deals and Clint Capella his deal.
They do have. They got a couple of good guys. Marquise Chris. I like
Boo.
him. He's
Marquis,
all right.
he's decent. He did
Boo.
really good last year for the
Boo.
Gerald
Suns.
Green was pretty good with them last year.
That's 2.
They got Nene,
Old as fuck.
Old as dirt old.
Brandon Knight,
All right.
James Ennis.
Oh.
I'm just listening who they have.
So you get rid of your best perimeter defender.
Yeah. They already lost freaking.
Your best wing defender. He's the guy who's going to be guarding KD, LeBron, Kawhi, DeRozan, all those guys. You get rid of your best perimeter defender for Jimmy. Great, Jimmy could come and do all that.
He's gonna
but
get
now your
tired.
rotation gets fucked.
And Jimmy's in. I don't think they want Jimmy running all those minutes like he has been in Chicago and Minnesota.
No, he wouldn't. You gotta, because Thibodeau will he'll run you into the ground. He doesn't care. He'll run you into the ground. He'll play him 40 minutes a night, coming off knee surgery.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think that Rockets trade would be
Smart.
of interest on the Rockets' part. I
Yeah.
think what they built last year would get completely thrown away by adding.
I'm just
Jimmy.
surprised that Ariza left because I like that team with Ariza. And Luka Mamute left too because he was pretty solid.
He's a bum. I don't like him.
Defense, just straight defense.
Yeah, he's a bum. Next, the Lakers last night played the Warriors in the preseason, and the Lakers actually looked very interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen LeBron playing an offense so fluid.
I don't think he has more fun.
It looks like he's
I
having
think he's
more
having
fun.
a lot of fun.
So Hunter said that he doesn't think the Lakers are going to go too far because they don't have the 3-point shooting.
To me, they're the 5th seed.
To me, I don't know about
They're
seeing
definitely
that.
making the playoffs.
They're definitely
Yeah,
making the
they're
playoffs.
definitely
They're not
making
going to be
playoffs.
the bottom half.
No,
They're
no.
definitely not going to be the bottom half.
They're probably out the second round, but still.
The way they played last night, once they get a rhythm going and they're able to see, from what I saw, I don't think they're going to need the 3-point shooting because they're just going to run you to death.
Yeah.
And LeBron
wants to run.
LeBron doesn't have to run the break anymore. He could run off the side. Everybody on that 5 can run the break.
The LeBron 3-point shot has been developed. Is being developed.
Exactly.
Well, he's more consistent, I feel, than before.
More consistent. There were a couple plays yesterday where I was interested to see because it was LeBron and Rondo on the court. Mm-hmm. LeBron on the fast break would outlet to Rondo, who's under the basket, who would just dime it to Kuzma.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they're going to make plays like that, you don't need 3-point shooting.
Mm-hmm. I think Michael Rappaport said Kuzma might make the All-Star team playing with LeBron.
Kuzma's the best player on that team. And
besides LeBron.
Besides LeBron. And I don't give a fuck if anybody says anything else. Mm-hmm. I don't see what everybody sees in Brandon Ingram.
Me neither.
You want to know what? I have their stats pulled up, right?
Even though Brandon Ingram's numbers did double from last year.
Team. You know how hard it is to make the All-Star team as a forward anyway in the West?
Not in the West.
No, I think it's now with LeBron there.
No, it's guard heavy in the West.
Now it's fucking forward heavy, dude.
Just add LeBron.
KD's
LeBron. KD and LeBron, that's automatic.
Paul
you can
George.
just skip whoever else.
Paul George.
And?
Jimmy Butler. Andrew Wiggins.
If he's there.
They'll make it.
Andrew Wiggins won't.
Andrew Wiggins will. I guarantee it. There's my guarantee. Andrew Wiggins makes the All-Star team.
If Butler isn't there.
Even if Butler's there, they'll probably both make it.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up real quick.
There's a lot.
Because that's because I don't think he made... Because how many... You can only have 3 forwards. And...
Reserves.
Huh?
Reserves.
I thought it's like a team of 12. Or a team of 11 or 12.
Well, Wiggins can play both.
Huh?
Wiggins can play both.
No, I'm saying I think it's a
2 guards,
All-Star
3 forwards,
team.
5.
How many people are allowed to be on the All-Star team? 12?
12.
Like 3?
12.
Okay. Wait a minute.
The starting 5 is technically 2 guards,
Because you'll
3
have
forwards.
one center, one true center, and then everyone else just be forwards.
That would be Anthony Davis.
Everybody else will just be forwards.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's not much.
12 players can make it, so theoretically, like 2 or 3 forwards.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
And then
it's 3 forwards in the starting.
Oh,
2
actually, I
guards
think they just do it now by like forwards.
It's
that's what I'm
just
saying.
forwards.
It's just
So
forwards and guards.
if you do
That's what I'm saying.
KD, LeBron,
Anthony Davis,
so Anthony Davis, and
James
then
Harden's, Steph
Paul
Curry.
George.
Oh, you're just doing forwards.
He's just
now.
doing
Okay.
forwards.
Paul George, that's 5. And then do you count Jimmy Butler as a forward or a guard?
Either one. He's one of those weird ones.
He's like a flex player.
He's a flex because it all depends where Wiggins is going to play too.
All right,
You could literally put him on either way. If it helps get somebody else in, they probably move him to guard.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But
all right, so let's say
I think you actually make it as a forward because for guards you have Chris Paul, Steph, Dame, Harden, McCollum,
Westbrook.
So we already got
Westbrook,
6 forwards over
Mitchell.
Kuzma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kuzma probably make it if there's injuries.
Injury, yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah,
Kuzma
he'll be
makes
like
it.
a fill-in if there's like a, and it also depends on if he's gonna step up.
Mm-hmm.
If he's gonna make that leap into being like, okay, I'm an all-star now, I'm here.
I think he does. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a while for him to get to be an all-star in the league. I think out of anybody on this team besides Bron, it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
Like if we look at their stats last night between Ingram and Kuzma, Ingram only scored 2 more buckets than Kuzma.
Wait, 26 or 29?
He had 26. Kuzma had 24. And
how
from what
many
I
per
saw,
attempts?
Kuzma ran the floor better than Ingram.
Because Kuzma could run the ball and shoot the 3. I think Ingram is more of an isolated scorer.
He's better ISO, but you need to move out the ball, and he's too damn slow. He's way too damn slow. Why is he the last person on the break? Why is your best ISO scorer the last person on the break?
Yeah.
When I don't get that shit. I don't get it. Kuzma moves out the ball so much better, sets way better screens. Like 1-on-1, I'd probably take Kuzma, depending on who's in front of him. Because he could take you to the basket if you're a guard to a 5. Kuzma's the best player on the team besides LeBron.
Yeah.
Kuzma's got a shooting touch.
Yeah.
He'll become more consistent. He's got a post game. He's got a jump hook that isn't really in the league anymore. He's got his moves.
Yeah.
Didn't they take him with that Nets pick?
They took him with our pick. Yes.
Yeah. That's part of the trade for.
That's part of the Brook Lopez trade.
Yeah.
Did that hurt a little bit?
For me, yes.
Very.
Because I fell in love with Kuzma in the summer league last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Him and Lonzo is woo.
So my thing is, the 2 rookies that came out of the league as far as forwards last year that just get it are Tatum
Yep.
and Kuzma.
Yep.
as far as like forwards. Like they're gonna come in and they're gonna bust their ass. Tatum's gonna average 30 at some point in his career.
Yeah.
Kuzma's gonna average 25.
Yeah.
Depending on how his teams are and stuff like that.
It's also going to be good to have Kyrie staying long term because it gives Tatum a chance to kind of grow
If he
and
signs.
not just give him the handles in his third year. So
I have
just give him the
I have
ring
this incredibly sick theory where I think Kyrie gets traded for Anthony Davis, but I'll talk about that later.
They were talking about Kyrie, talking about him and Anthony Davis playing
Teaming
together.
up.
Yeah, I saw that, but I was like, if I'm the Pelicans,
What if Kyrie goes to the Pelicans?
He can't.
No, why would he? Anthony Davis is about to bounce out of there anyway.
Yeah, why would he go to a poorly run
I mean, he did sign that extension. I think he has like 4 more years
He's
left.
got 2 more years.
2 more
Yeah,
years?
he's got 2 more years, but he signed it because he gives the most money there. But what are you gonna?
So
I mean,
my
if he's
thing-
all about the money, then he's gonna sign that extension. But if he's about winning,
I mean, I can't
and he
play.
seems like a guy who's about winning.
I wouldn't be able to play in Louisiana anyway.
It's too fucking hot. Down in the
We're
bayou.
building a fucking wall as long as it borders around the state of Louisiana.
Oh, that Tom Segura? Yeah, I love that shit.
Why do they have rights?
And then he said, like,
There's a colony of Cajun people that walk among us that think they have rights, but guess what? They don't.
No,
did he say he told that joke in Louisiana and somebody like came up to him and he was like, I would build a wall around you right fucking now.
And then he was defending it, and he was just like, I was talking, like, Theo Vaughn, who's one of their friends who's from Louisiana, was like, yo, dude, that's so right. He's just like, that joke is so right. But, yeah, I have this theory that Kyrie gets involved in the trade for Anthony Davis. The reason I say this, if you're Boston, who are your asses to trade? Guess what? You're not
Gordon
trading
Hayward?
Kyrie. You're not trading Tatum.
You know what I would say?
Hayward, Rozier.
No, I think it would be like Brown or something. I think Brown would be included.
Brown's going to be included in any trade package.
I think it'll be like Brown, Smart, and some. I don't know like the logistics on it, but I'll say it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna include Kyrie only for this one reason. They saw that Warriors game last year, and have you seen the Warriors Celtics play with Kyrie?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. You see those Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving matchups.
Well,
You have a guard who can go head to head
With the other guard.
with the other guard on that team, and there's not that big of a gap.
Yeah.
There's a gap, but it's not that big. It's not like Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So the reason
It's
I
like
say
a hairline of a gap.
Because you have the guard play, and then you would have Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum, and there's your forwards there. You'll beat the Warriors with that team.
not if you're missing
Role players.
your forward and
See, now they're talking
guard.
about
Oh, Horford
no.
could stay.
no.
Well,
So,
if you get Anthony Davis is going to be your
so
five.
theoretically,
And then Horford moves to the 4, which he played in. Or,
You can't play that lineup.
So theoretically,
Against the Warriors.
it would be Kyrie. You'd be missing a 2, and then you would have Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, Al Horford, or DeMarcus Cousins, depending on who they.
Well, the thing is, like I was just explaining to Fredo, you can't play that big lineup against the Warriors.
Yeah.
You can.
They play small.
The Pelicans played it against
Yeah,
them.
and they got fucking killed.
No, they were ahead in that Pelicans Warriors game when they were both playing.
The series, they got slaughtered in that
Yeah.
series. They had one game where they competed, and then they neutralized AD. Done.
Yeah, but there was no guard. You got to Rondo really just came into it once DeMarcus went out.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Playoff Rondo's
you
real,
cannot
people.
play big against the Warriors because Draymond's not a traditional 4.
Yeah,
He
but Anthony
stretches you
Davis
out.
and DeMarcus Cousins are ridiculously versatile.
Yeah, but you can't play AD with Al Horford.
Oh, well, yeah.
Even though
No, I'm saying, like,
Horford
if
is
you
always
say,
top
like-
5 in defense.
Because we don't know if Al Horford's going to be on the team after this year. That's the one question mark.
So let me finish my thought. If I'm the Pelicans, there's no way in hell I trade Anthony Davis unless I get
Kyrie back.
Kyrie. And I think the GM of the Pelicans is like, if we make a trade with Boston, we can't get debt fleeced.
Yeah.
Because everybody's on to Danny Ainge.
They ain't fleecing everybody.
Everybody's
left
on
and right.
to Danny Ainge. Where they're like, we understand why he makes deals. And there's no loyalty in sports. Loyalty is not a thing in sports.
It's an afterthought.
It's an afterthought. So, you know what? Kyrie just said all these great things about us.
Yada, yada, yada.
Great. I love that he loves us, but he's going to really hate that we're going to use him as a trade chip to get him out of here. But I don't think there's any way they do a trade that doesn't involve Kyrie Irving.
You were talking about the series. Are you talking about playoffs or regular season?
I was talking about playoffs.
Well, DeMarcus was out.
Well, I know. I understand
But
that.
during the regular season, it was a lot more competitive.
Who was their lineup with him out? They had Mirotic, who's more of a flex defender than fucking
Yeah,
Horford
but they ended up
is.
getting him after he got his jaw smacked up by
Bobby Portis.
Portis.
Yeah, but
And
my
Mirotic
point,
can shoot though.
my point is Mirotic is more versatile of a defender than Horford is, and they still couldn't keep up with the Warriors.
Even though Mirotic is slower than Horford.
They're about the same. He's just more accurate from three.
Al Horford actually in like points in the playoffs last year, he was bringing the ball up. He was pretty good. He was all right.
They
know where
always
all
say
this Al
Horford
Horford
is a
gets from.
hybrid 3, a hybrid 4.
Yeah, he
he's
has the
6'10".
height of a 4, but he plays 5. That's
He's
how
like
he's been his
6'9",
whole
6'10".
career.
So he's not your traditional center.
He's literally been that his whole career.
And he can hit threes. You can hit
But
threes consistently.
No, he does hit him consistently. He doesn't shoot him with as much frequency
shot him with like-
as other stretch fours.
Yeah.
But he can shoot
can
them.
knock
If
him
he's
down,
open, don't let him shoot.
His jumper ugly though, but still.
It's ugly, but he gets it.
Why is freaking guide hand all the way up here anyway?
I love that you do this up here thing and there's no video.
Well, his
to capture
elbow
it.
is acute to his face.
Cute. Yeah, his 3-point percentage I think was in the 40% range last year.
Yeah, but depending how many times did he shoot it though. Sometimes he doesn't qualify for shooting 3-point shooting percent. I think you have to attempt a certain amount of threes.
He qualifies.
He attempted
qualifies?
he attempted 3 3-pointers a game last year.
He qualifies.
So he qualifies.
He
for it.
shoots them consistently. He knocks them down. My only thing with
He shot
Horford,
43%.
My only problem with Horford is something I've been expressing to Hunter for a couple years now is I don't think he moves as agile as a center in the NBA needs to.
Plus, he's getting
And
older.
you,
So.
you know what? There's like a few plays that I'll like disagree with you, like in moments. Like last year in the Philadelphia series, like how he was able to draw off like Robert Covington, and then he was able to get that game-winning shot. I think it was Game 3 in Philadelphia. That was great. Like, and he made, and then he ended up. I think it was the inbounds pass, Ben Simmons to Joel Embiid, and Al Horford kept up with Joel Embiid, stole the ball, took it from him. He's getting older, so he's not gonna be able to keep up with him that much longer. I don't think they give him a long-term deal, but he's definitely able to keep up with these guys.
Yeah, but I think with the way these centers are now, he should be able to. Excuse me. I think I expect him to move better. And like you gave these couple instances, but if you, I would like you to look from the looking glass of somebody who's not a Celtics fan, who's not looking for a reason to say no, you're wrong. Horford's like super quick.
Well, because he's not like.
Because
he's not like DeMarcus Cousins. He's not like Karl Anthony Towns. Because
even Boogie compared to AD and Cat does not move as quickly as they do.
He's not like them. I'd say he's like. I'm not saying he's like the
He was
greatest
good
center
in the post. He has really good footwork
Even if
in
you
the
look
post.
at Whiteside, DeAndre Jordan,
that's what I was about to
those
say.
guys.
I was going to say those guys because you need to be able to stretch the floor. If Hassan Whiteside or DeAndre Jordan are open on the fucking perimeter, you're leaving. You're like
you staying in the key.
you're like.
So I'm not
Come
talking
to
about like your ability. I'm just saying quickness. Like let's say Whiteside is open at the top,
So you
and he
need-
can knock that down, and you're underneath the basket. That's open. You're not getting there to defend it.
Yeah, but that's how like today's NBA is as long as your center is able to just like and you're able to stretch the floor, like that's what they were doing. And
All right,
then
so the NBA today, what they want from bigs who are non-shooters are the ability to guard the perimeter.
and Al
i.e.
Horford was
Tristan
on Ben.
Thompson.
They put and the thing about that Philadelphia series is that they were able to put Al Horford on Ben Simmons because they were like, all right, he can guard him in the post, but he's not going to guard him out on the 3-point line. Al Horford's not really a good perimeter. He's a good post defender. He's not a good perimeter
But
defender.
that's what the
because he's not quick
NBA.
enough.
But that's what the game is today. They need bigs who can't shoot, or just they need people who could guard the
Yeah, and
perimeter.
another thing in that Philadelphia series, another reason why Boston won is because Aaron Baines, they were like, get your 3-point shots up in practice, get your leading into the series, and they kept leaving Aaron Baines open on the 3, and they're like, shoot it,
He's
and he
not
kept
gonna
shooting
know.
it, and he was making it. I think he made like 30% of his threes in that series.
Cool. I'm glad we're on this topic of big guys who could shoot because it brings up my next topic. Kristaps Porzingis will not make it in time to receive an extension from the New York Knicks.
They got the summer. Leave it during the summer.
Yeah, but that makes
It's
him a
fine.
restricted free agent.
Oh, you could get more money,
I know, but like
and you can match.
because
And
you
I don't
also
think-
don't know if you want to extend him if you don't get a chance to really see him.
Yeah, you don't want to give him all this money because coming back from an ACL tear is.
He also has a qualifying
And you see how
offer.
like it was with DeMarcus Cousins. Like
He's
imagine
not going to be able to get it. They already gave him his qualifying offer.
I think you get 2.
If you don't play in a certain time, you don't get it.
Okay.
That's what this report is. So the thing with Kristaps, granted, he's literally probably the most like talented.
I mean,
big.
they said February, March they might get him back.
Maybe if
maybe.
he will play.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to practice with the team and they'll be able to
Yeah.
see him day
Yeah.
in, day
I
out.
think his-
But
I think-
practice and a real game is completely different.
I
But
think
him
they said
coming
his
back,
biggest thing
who
is
is it-
running.
him coming back, who's it going to show like, okay, I'm looking at the Knicks in free agency. Like, Kemba, is it going to show Kawhi? I mean,
Kawhi's not
who's
going
going to look at that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's going to look at that and be like, all right, we just saw 2 months of Kristaps. Let's go to fucking New York.
There's a certain guy in Golden State who's not committing.
You're talking about Clay?
No.
No. KD.
KD? Oh, yeah.
And Clay might go to the Lakers
And
too. So, hey.
Kevin Durant's decision is not going to matter if Kristaps is there or not.
Yeah. And they're both
Because
almost
guess
the same
what? If
height.
Kevin Durant goes to New York, people are going to follow.
Yeah.
Because from what I'm reading, everyone's
Wait,
saying
Kemba, KD, and Porzingis and Kevin Knox? Holy fuck.
too much money to go around
God
to everybody. That's
damn.
too much luxury tax and having
Hey,
the New
Jim
York
Do-
State
Dolan
You
got
have
that
to
money.
hold
Yeah,
off
but
on
it's
signing
also
Kristaps. Keep
to
that
sign
max
everybody
slot
else
open.
and give
James
him.
Dolan
And give
got
him the
that
money
money,
over
baby.
the-
Yeah, but doesn't mean you want to pay luxury tax as well as the New York State tax. The players lose money going there anyway.
James Dolan's a shit owner anyway.
Yeah, he's not going to want to pay in the luxury tax.
If-
James Dolan hasn't paid in the luxury tax since 2012.
If James Dolan is still the owner of the New York Knicks next summer, KD's not going there. And I'm gonna put that out there because OKC has a good owner, Golden State has a good owner. You go to New York with fucking shitty ass James Dolan. If he sells the team, it's a real possibility. You also have David Fitzdale there. And
So does he
I was about to
sell it
say,
too?
I don't think the owner is going to play into it because of the coach.
but the owner is
Dolan
probably the
doesn't do
worst
anything
owner.
with the Knicks.
Dolan hasn't
is
been involved in basketball operations in the last 4 years. He's just the owner of the team.
And
he
doesn't
has
do shit
gotten.
else.
He doesn't do anything with the Knicks or the Rangers. He
Yeah,
lets the
but
GMs run everything.
Now you're seeing, like, if you look around the league, like, all the really good teams have great owners.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the only instance I can think about is the Clippers team a few years ago, but they were already
Mm-hmm.
kind of, like, built that way, and they weren't – it was like, all right, you're in L.A., like, you're just
Blah,
building
blah,
that way,
yeah.
and they never won anything because they had that one playoff series or that one playoff run. They had that shitty cloud hanging over their head, so – I mean, I would love to see KD go to New York only because I think the league is better when New York, Boston, and LA are playing really good.
and Philly. All of the classic teams,
When they're playing good basketball, the
when
league's
they're
better.
good basketball, it's nothing but greatness because
Great
the
basketball.
Garden's rocking.
'Cause now
The
you-
Garden's rocking now. It's so hard to get tickets to New York basketball.
I mean, even the tickets that
Even the tickets we were looking at
it's like
for the Nets
$88.
game.
Yeah.
Tickets are hard to get, but that was in Brooklyn. That's different.
Yeah,
Brooklyn's
because
always
then you
empty.
have
Yeah.
you have primetime games. You can have Knicks 76ers on Christmas. You can have Lakers Celtics on those Christmas. I miss those like Celtics Knicks games on Christmas.
Oh, absolutely. That's when both of those teams were on fire.
Yeah.
Remember when they used to wear those pitch green and pitch orange jerseys?
Yes.
Those shits were tight.
When the Knicks would wear their green jersey, Amari
Celtics
Stoudemire
Lakers.
hitting that three-pointer on Christmas. Oh, man, those games were good. But with Kristaps being injured and the Knicks having a bunch of money next year, every report I've seen since Kyrie's out, KD is next. And I think KD is going to dodge LeBron. And I think he just saw his opportunity where it's like, this Eastern Conference could be all mine, and I could
Yeah.
get a trip to the finals every year.
Yeah.
You know what would be
Every
crazy
year.
is if KD was like say like Boston loses in like the Eastern Conference Finals, they lose in the finals or something. Like say Al Horford leaves and that max slot opens, or like that money opens, and Kyrie's like, go after KD, get that like, because you could put KD at the 5. You could have that. Nice to have though.
KD
Even
live.
yeah, KD in Boston or KD in Philadelphia too, because Philadelphia still got that. Don't they still got that
KD,
slot?
they still have the money because they don't have a max deal.
They only maxed out Embiid. That's it.
I
Ben
think, yeah.
Simmons will have to get maxed out after.
And Covington, my bad.
I think Simmons has one more qualifying offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got one more year.
One
So
more?
I think after next year.
After
he can
next
get an
season, yeah.
extension.
Yeah, but then you have that one slot.
And the cap keeps going up anyway.
Yeah. So,
So,
they
but
could-
they
could
also
make KD
they
work.
wouldn't have that one slot because they gave Robert Covington that money.
He didn't get a lot of money.
He got
He
a
didn't
4-year
get
deal
much.
though.
But he didn't get much.
4-year deal
I
is
think it was like 90
significant
million.
money. Compared to a 4-year deal that's almost $200 million. That's not a lot of money. The way the cap is working,
Yeah.
the way the cap works that way, That would have been a big deal 4 years ago.
I wonder, did Saric didn't get paid yet because he
Saric got drafted and then spent 2 years in Europe.
Yeah, that's right.
So he still has
Like
qualifying
he's on like his
offers.
second
He
year.
was
of
a
his
rookie
deal.
2 years ago, right? Or a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah.
He
won Rookie of the Year.
This past season. No, he never won Rookie of the Year.
No, he was going to win, but Brogdon got it.
Brogdon
in
got
Milwaukee.
it. Yeah,
Got it.
So this was his second year, like just passed.
So he still got 2 years of qualifying offers.
Yeah.
That can happen as long as he doesn't get hurt. So they could afford to do KD, but I'm not sure if KD wants to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Think
I would go to New York.
If KD did it, they put the nail in the bed for Boston.
Yeah.
I think if KD were to go to Philly, it's a wrap.
Yeah. It's a dynasty.
That's Boston's. That is going to be the greatest rivalry we'll see in this generation for the next 15, 20 years. But I think it puts Philly over the hump because Boston is not going to have a player that can guard him or keep up with him. KD, on the other hand,
The only saving
can
grace
guard.
would be that KD's 30, and he said he only wants to play like 5 more years. That'd be your only saving grace.
Yeah, but that would be very difficult. I especially if you're winning and playing at that high of a level.
Yeah.
He now fixes his reputation, and then you're allowed to put him in that conversation for being the greatest.
Yeah, I think whatever team KD signs with next summer
It's a contender.
is going to be the last. Like that's going to be the team he's going to play for because say if he does so next summer he's going to be 31. The next team he's going to how old was LeBron when he signed?
34, 33.
But LeBron never really had any major injuries. KD's had
One.
that
Yeah,
foot fracture.
ACL?
No, he's had.
No,
he's
he
had
has-
I think he's had a couple foot injuries. Actually,
He's had 2 footer injuries. One in the playoffs where
Did he
Russell
tore his
Westbrook.
ACL?
No, he didn't tear his ACL. He had a injury in the
Meniscus?
playoffs where Russell Westbrook had to carry it the year Russell almost won MVP. And then he had it the year after he won MVP, I think. Or is that the same year I'm talking? I don't know. But he's only had 2 injuries where it's put him out a good amount of time.
He's had that knee injury last year with the Warriors, where they were like, "Oh, it could have been more serious than it was," but
The lineup's good enough to
And he
where
was
he
out
can
for
sit
like
out as
2
many
weeks,
games.
3
Yeah.
weeks.
DeJounte Murray tears his ACL.
It sucks,
Sucks
dude.
to see. That Spurs team was going to be very interesting to see because Lonnie Walker is also out with knee surgery.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
So now they're down 2 guards. They have DeMar DeRozan still and
Yeah.
Rudy Gay and all those guys, but DeJounte Murray was very exciting to see because he was a very good defender at the point.
they'll still
Couldn't
make
shoot,
the playoffs.
but they'll still make the playoffs. No doubt about it because they're still better
that.
than they were
don't
last
think
year.
So it's simply because they haven't. All right. Because
Let me
this
hear
is
this
what-
hot take I'm going to disagree with.
This is what I was trying to pull up earlier.
Yeah, just look back on the
and
look back
their
on that Spurs team
guards,
last year.
besides DeRozan, Brian Forbes, Marco Bellinelli, he's gonna play the 2.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills is gonna start,
Pau Gasol, still
but
hurt?
where's their
Yes.
bench?
You're Greg Popovich. It doesn't matter.
Derek
Pau
White?
Gasol,
Greg Popovich won championships with Matt Bonner.
Lamar
I
Gasol.
don't think that bench argument.
He
I don't,
made that. So he made that team. He made that Spurs team get the 8th seed last year without Kawhi.
7th.
7th. Okay,
Or 7th.
7th seed without Kawhi.
No. Oh yeah, it was 7th
Yeah,
because they faced. The
now they
Warriors.
have DeRozan. Immediately better than they were there last year.
Yeah.
Immediately better. It doesn't matter who's playing on
Yeah,
that
but
court.
if your 2 technically best guards are out,
They're not your best. DeMar DeRozan's the
but
best.
I'm taking DeMar DeRozan out the equation.
Bellinelli's
can't
still
do
a better
that.
shooter than
You
both
can't
of them.
do.
But
you can't
point
do-
guards,
Okay, you have Lonnie Walker is
Patty
like a
Mills.
hybrid.
he's a hybrid. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's good. He played 2 most of the time anyway. DeJounte Murray
Patty
can't
Mills has
shoot.
been in that
He's just a
system for a while,
defender.
too.
He can't shoot. I think you get more offense out of Patty Mills anyway.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Patty Mills is just a playmaker.
He's a spot up.
In a spot up. That's
Yeah,
it.
which is more than DeJounte Murray is. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great young talent, but you can win games with Patty Mills because Patty Mills isn't going to be taking your game-winning shots. DeJounte Murray's not taking your game-winning shots. If DeJounte
My
Murray's
worry about Patty Mills is getting older, and I feel he's getting rustier.
great, good thing he's a shooter, and those guys can play till they're 50. Ray Allen could play right now.
That is true.
Reggie Miller could probably come in and play right now, take a couple shots a game. Who is the next player that requests a trade, like Jimmy Butler? Who goes out of the way to say, I'm
Anthony
fucking
Davis.
done? I'd one-up you there. Damian Lillard.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I think he said he wants to be a Trailblazer for life, and I think he's enjoying his time in Portland. I think
he's enjoying his time as being like the
because
guy.
McCullum will now overlap him.
No.
Because they complement each other.
Will.
They complement each other just like Bradley Beal and John Wall.
So, do you really complement each other well when you don't win anything?
They don't have anybody else. I don't like Evan Turner.
I think
Evan
the team will
Turner's
make
a
that
playmaker. Evan
decision
Turner.
before Damian.
My thing
Damian
is,
Lillard
I
does.
think
Yusuf
Dame is going
Nurkic
to be
is
getting to
solid.
Damian Lillard is going to get to the point where he's tired of getting snubbed.
Mm-hmm.
He's tired of not
Do you
getting
think he goes
credit.
east then?
I think he gets traded east.
Two? Your opinion?
I didn't think this far through.
the Knicks if they don't get anybody.
I don't think he gets traded to the Knicks.
Nets?
Miami. I think Miami's
I feel
in
like-
the perfect spot to make a trade for anybody.
I feel like there's two teams in the NBA where I feel like everyone talks about going or trading. Dallas and Miami. And it
Dallas,
almost
I don't think Dallas trades
never
for
happens.
anybody. But the second Damian's like, I'm not happy. The word starts floating around.
Mm-hmm.
He's not happy in Portland. They're not winning games. They're in a hard conference. He's not getting the credit he deserves. He's
Yeah.
underrated as a point
How
guard.
you make a first team All NBA and not make the All Star? Never mind.
He's only made All-Star team once. And it's like
He's got snubbed so many times.
he gets snubbed frequently. He performs better than these point guards do most of the time. And
That might
he's-
be the thing that pushes him out more than anything about winning.
exactly. But then it's like, we can't get out of the first round because they're not surrounding me with the right pieces.
Yeah. It's just literally
CJ's
him.
great and all.
It's literally him, CJ, and Yusuf Nurkic. That's it.
CJ's great and all, but we got no other like shooters.
Yeah.
How are we going to do this? We got rid of Crab. We got rid of Shabazz. We can't hold the forward. Ed Davis is trash, but we just got rid of him. Nurkic could do a good amount, but Nurkic is either hurt or like getting bullied by LeBron. So it's like, and the Lakers are up and coming. Denver's up and coming. What are the Portland Trailblazers doing to make sure they don't lose their spot? I'll answer that for you. Nothing. So Damian Lillard at some point this year, I feel like is going to be like, I can't do this anymore. Get me out of here. I love the city, and I love being a part of it. I love being a part of some crazy moments and beating the Rockets in the first round off of my three-point shot and all that stuff. But you guys can't keep talent.
Yeah, you can give me.
You guys let LaMarcus Aldridge go,
Shabazz Napier go.
Shabazz go, Allen Crabbe go.
Yeah.
Like you took all the people that worked well for us and you let them go. What are you doing to help me? What are you doing to help
Because
build my
honestly,
legacy?
that Wesley Matthews and Batum, and if they would have kept CJ, oh my god, that would have been a
Exactly.
fucking team.
So, like, they're not doing anything to help him. Who's a team that's on the rise right now? Miami. Miami has all these pieces to make it work. Guess what? You could give him a Deion Waiters. You give him a future draft pick. You give up Justice Winslow. You
Yeah.
give up Dragic. You give up Whiteside. You have all these pieces. And Pat Riley's like, fuck everybody here. Like, all y'all can go.
Yeah.
Y'all don't do
Honestly,
anything
everybody
anyway.
can go, yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Justice Winslow can't shoot. I saw Whiteside is a fucking garbage can. He's Roy Hibbert the fucking once Paul George left.
Yeah.
Like, who does Miami have that is worth keeping? Nobody. But you know who could find value? A team that's about to get rid of a superstar.
Yeah.
That's why Jimmy Butler comes up. Anthony Davis.
I mean,
could be coming up too.
the only decent players in the Blazers, Al-Farouq Aminu, besides the
Aminu ain't shit.
Bam and Josh
Anthony
Richardson are the only
Simmons,
like players
Nick
that would.
Stauskas, and that's it. Evan Turner for me is butt too. So.
Yeah, like if you're Portland and Miami offers you a deal, including any three players on that roster, you have to take it. You have to.
I would say what Dion
Waiters, Goran
Richardson.
Dragic. I don't think they trade Richardson.
How about
Justice Winslow, Dragic, Deion Waiters, and a future first.
I'll take that.
Give me Dame and some expiring contract.
I'll take that.
That way, you get rotation players. You replace your point guard with a point guard. CJ gets to become the guy.
Yep.
And they're able to build.
Yeah, I'll take that deal.
I think everybody would. Anthony Davis, you could also create a good deal for Anthony Davis too.
We should do that in 2K and see if they accept it.
Probably not going to. But like, I think the Dame situation is very interesting, and that's why I was like, he's gonna get fed up.
Yeah.
And he's got that attitude of him getting fed up.
He's from Oakland, cuz.
He's from Oakland, cuz. He's from the town, cuz. But I could see him wanting out
Yeah.
and being traded to South Beach.
Somebody said
No state income tax. But.
Somebody said, was Ben McAdoo right for benching Eli And I said, everybody with a brain who like understands football knew that he was right by doing it. But
he got so much shit for that.
Yeah, he died for our sins. He was like the Sam Hinkie of New York.
Let me see why I think he's wrong for doing it.
Maybe because the quarterback depth on the roster?
Exactly. He's wrong for benching Eli because he didn't bench him for somebody better. On that note, Melo is expected to be the sixth man on the Rockets.
He'll be he'll be fine.
He'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
Eric Gordon is going to be thrust into the starting lineup.
He'll be fine.
If he can accept his role, it'll be.
If he accepts his role, the Houston Rockets team is going to be a problem.
Because I think he looks happy on the Rockets. I think he looks very comfortable in that system. I think they'll be fine.
I saw a clip of him shooting a real deep two and then apologizing.
My bad.
And I was like, all right, he gets it. This man gets it. So him accepting his role as sixth man, it's not something I thought he was going to take so willingly.
I think because he's playing with someone he's comfortable with.
He respects.
Yeah, he respects it, yeah.
I think he's finally playing on a team with someone who he thinks is better than him.
Yeah, Chris Paul.
Yes. I think he's finally understanding there are people who are better than me in this world. Let me do what's best for the team. That's it for basketball. Football is going to be relatively quick. We'll give our picks, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But then you want to say something about Odell first really quick?
Well, we're going to football anyway.
So. Yeah. I think the Giants are starting to be like, oh, we gave Odell this contract, and he was showing like really good stuff and being like a leader during the offseason. He showed up to OTAs. He didn't hold out. He's being a really good teammate, and now he's like calling out Eli. He said, we can't even throw a ball 20 yards. More than 20 yards. And that's a shot at Eli. I mean, if Eli's not on the team, it's all right, but
I don't think it's we can't throw the ball 20 yards. I think that's more so a shot at the play calling.
Yeah.
Granted, he's going to be taking shots at the quarterback.
I would say that, but just in this game, they showed a sideline video of Pat Shurmur, and he said, throw the fucking ball. Because Eli threw a check down.
Eli shook, dude.
Yeah.
Eli's so traumatized by his offensive line, he doesn't know when he has protections anymore.
But here's the thing. Like, people are saying, oh, Philadelphia has a trash offensive line. Seattle has a trash offensive line.
Not as bad as this.
No, I think Seattle's is worse.
But I think Russell can move.
Yes. That's what makes theirs, like, more understandable.
Yeah, so they were saying, oh, yeah, that's why he's terrible. But Carson Wentz is better than Eli. And Russell Wilson is better than Eli, even though they have shit offensive lines. Eli can't move anymore. Got to get rid of him.
Eli was never able to move.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless said he should have retired 2 years ago.
They made Nate Solder the highest paid left tackle in the league, and he's a bum. And I said that. I said he's not worth the money. And the Patriots were like, I'm not paying him. And then the Texans bowed out. They were like, I'm not paying Nate Solder that money. And the Giants paid him that money. The Giants had a chance to go out and get Andrew Whitworth 2 years ago from the Rams. And he's probably maybe like the best left tackle in the league right now at 33, 34 years old.
Oh, wow. But, I mean, I think offensive linemen, they play for a long time. I think they have long careers.
They do. Yeah, sometimes they do. Like,
so from what we're seeing right now, like this game's still going on. There's 34 seconds left in the game. They're literally just throwing balls at the line of scrimmage. And it's been like this all game. A couple shots, Eli's overthrown. Back to Odell's comments. He made those comments. He definitely was shitting on Eli, but I think he was more so shitting on the play calling. Then he went out against the Panthers and threw a 50-yard touchdown himself.
Oh, yeah, with to Saquon. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, so something's got to give. The Giants, all offseason, were saying, we're never going to get the number 1-2 pick again. You're right, because you're going to get the number 1 pick. You're going to get the number 1 pick.
They will, yeah.
And you know what's even worse about this game right here? Do you know what the fucking point spread was on this game? 1.5. The Philadelphia Eagles were favored to only win by 2 points. They won by 19. Actually, they won by 20. They won by 21. I'm sorry. They won by 21. So they turned a 2-point favorite to a 21 point. I think crazy. Vegas needs to reevaluate their odds.
I don't even trust Vegas anyway.
No, Vegas is usually very spot on. Very spot on when it comes to like the point spreads. But I think where everybody was giving the Giants too much credit with their weapons. And I think it's all finally coming down. The Giants are going to finish up with a record where they only have like maybe 4
They should have
wins.
made a trade for Teddy Bridgewater.
I thought Jacksonville should have, but Blake Bortles is playing phenomenal. So I'm
Colin Kaepernick. No.
honestly,
They could,
They
yeah,
could.
I'd say so, yeah.
they could. There's rumors swirling around on TMZ Sports that the Raiders and the Patriots were about to start contract
That's
talks.
coming from his agent, so that might just be his agent trying
Just
to
to
like
stir
stir up
it
the
up.
market.
Yeah.
Honestly, why not?
Because who's the two biggest? Like who are the two biggest names right now, or the two biggest? I mean, I'd say like the biggest name right now that everybody's talking about is John Gruden, and the biggest like team that everybody talks about is the Patriots. So why not say, okay, now Derek Carr was struggling the first few weeks when they said it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not try to stir the pot a little bit? I think he should be signed by the Giants. I would say it would be a great move if he's still
And
like
someone who's agile that could run.
if he still hasn't lost anything.
Apparently, he works out consistently every day. Is still throwing the ball. Like
I think he works out in New York too.
Yeah, the only thing that would worry me would be the New York media.
Yeah.
They would not.
Colin
treat him
Kaepernick has
kindly.
he's getting shit on right now by national media
Yeah, but now
all day, every
Yeah,
fucking
but
Imagine-
he's dugging it out.
he's
Like,
dealing
by
what?
the president.
He's
I don't
dealing
give a
very
fuck.
well by not speaking, but when you're put in a position where you're the quarterback and you're going to be the face of the franchise
Yeah.
because you're going to take over for
He won't
Eli
be the
Manning,
face, I think. I just think
he,
like
he will have to be. If you're going to come in,
Yeah, you're gonna have to do some press conferences.
you're going to
and
have
stuff.
to, especially if you're the starting quarterback
But he
in
did well
New
when
York.
he was doing it for. I mean, the first few press conferences when he started kneeling, it was kind of like, ooh, don't say that. But after a while, it was like, okay, now you're saying the right thing.
Yeah, but now it's different. Now he's part of campaigns. And
yeah,
he's
they're gonna
doing
ask
this.
him these kind of questions.
They're
and
going to
stuff.
ask. They're going to try to provoke him. And
I
then
mean, he could easily
Then
voice
he's going to
them,
get
but-
slandered on Backpage. Like every New
As
York,
long as you
like
win.
Darnold's getting crucified for like not having emotion. Kaepernick's going to get crucified for taking a knee.
They're also shitting on Darnold for not taking notes. They're like, he doesn't take notes. He just goes in, listens to what they're saying, and then he takes it out on the field. They're shitting on him for that too.
Which they shouldn't. They shouldn't shit on him.
They're like, he's got a photographic memory apparently.
Yeah, no, he's very good. Like
He's very smart.
he's
He's very smart. Now he's doing like now
he's
making.
a very good quarterback. The
There was
problem
one-
is he's young.
There was one touchdown where he was like going through his reads and shit, and I was like, there you go. Just go through your reads. Don't just look at the guy and be like, all right, that's the guy I'm supposed to throw to. Here we go.
The fucking
Go through your
problem with
reads.
Darnold is his fucking play calling.
Yeah.
Is his fucking play calling. The Jets play calling is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have a decent amount of weapons, right?
Yeah.
You don't have the worst receiving core in the league.
No.
You just had a running back who ran for 239 yards. Like, you got running backs. You have a young, talented cornerback who has great arm strength, good arm talent, can move,
Yeah.
good vision. Why is the play calling so bad?
Yeah, why are you throwing wide receiver screens every fucking
14 times.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
Hunter is a Patriots fan. Hunter understands football. Hunter may not like the Jets, but he could clearly see when something's not right.
Yeah.
Why are you not giving your quarterback an opportunity?
Let him bomb. Let him throw that shit.
Baker isn't playing phenomenal, but his teams are in the game because of the play calling, and he's making
Yeah.
reads.
Hugh Jackson has
his
to go.
ability to get the ball to the right guy. And I think they give him that confidence to be like, okay, here you go. You can make these reads. And you see Baker Mayfield, he's making these reads, and he's a rookie, so he's fucking up. But it feels like Darnold, he's like he can't even get into a rhythm because it's like, okay, you throw the ball downfield one play, now you're throwing a wide receiver screen. Keep tossing that shit
There's
downfield.
no consistency in the play calling.
Yeah, you're
None.
a gunslinger. You gotta gain that confidence. You gotta be able to pass. You can't just pass the ball once and then run it 3 straight times or throw a wide receiver screen. You got to be able to.
Like, we're running into the same thing with Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen's having similar problems in Arizona, but Arizona is also a shit team. So
And they got a defensive. I mean, they both have defensive coordinators as head coaches.
I think it's time we move. Like, I like Todd Bowles, but Todd Bowles isn't enough.
Yeah, no, Todd Bowles. I think if they don't finish with like 7-9 record, if they go 6-10, he's gonna get fired.
My thing was 7 wins. I think that's our ceiling this year. But granted, we overperformed last year. We got more wins than we were supposed to. But we were projected to win 0 games. Like, there's not much more we could have did there.
Yeah.
But if Bowles goes, I don't know what we do for a coach besides call Cleveland and see if we can interview homeboy.
Yeah. So super quick before we get into the picks, who's on the NFL hot seat for coaches?
Todd Bowles.
Okay, so I don't think he's on the hot seat. He won't be on the hot seat till the end of the year.
I think he is only because you can only have so many mediocre seasons in New York without winning, without going to the playoffs. You can only have so many. And then if you're having a young quarterback, I think the best thing to do right now is rip that shit off like a Band-Aid, get him an offensive coordinator. That's what the Titans did with Malarkey. They should have ripped that shit off quick, get yourself an offensive coach. That's what they did with Jared Goff. After the first year, rip that shit off, get Sean McVay in there, an offensive-minded coach, and have him like bring your young quarterback there.
I was about to say, as of right now, I don't think he's on the hot seat. I think once he hit like week 9, then his seats are going to start warming up. But right now, Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, for sure.
For sure is on the hot seat. Jason Garrett also should be on the hot seat.
What team he's the coach for again?
Cowboys.
Hugh Jackson has to win at least 7-8 games.
If Hugh Jackson doesn't win 8 games, he's out of there.
Yeah, for sure. I don't like him as a coach anywhere. I don't like his coach. I don't like the way
Pat Shurmur should also be on the hot seat, even though he just got hired, but he's not going to be.
I think Dan Quinn too.
Dan Quinn also is on the hot
Falcons.
seat.
I think he's on the.
Do you think McCarthy's on the hot seat?
No,
because you have this. I think you have this.
Super Bowl winning coaches are hard to find. You can't get rid of one when you have them.
I think and the reason why I'd say Dan Quinn is because you have all this offensive talent, and you went to the Super Bowl, and you were like a quarter away from winning a Super Bowl, but you still like once you make that mental fuck up, like the Seahawks, that's why the Seahawks had to get rid of like the Legion of Boom also because they were getting older, but nobody likes or respects Pete Carroll anymore after that play call.
He also on the hot seat.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat too because I think
sure.
if they miss the playoffs, I think they'll be like, okay,
retire.
Pete, like we're gonna he's just gonna retire.
Let me protect Dan Quinn real quick. They have a lot of injuries on defense.
Tampa Bay's coach too.
Isn't he new?
No, he's been there for 3 years. Dirk Cotter.
No, get him the fuck out of here. Dirk Cutter. Yeah, get him out of here. He needs to go. Who's the first person on that list of names we named who's gone first?
Who's gone first? Dirk Cotter.
Really?
Because you draft a guy. I think he was there. No, Lovie Smith was there for 1 year under Jameis Winston, and then it went to Dirk Cotter. This is his 3rd season under them. So if Dirk Cotter fucks up, you have your number 1 overall quarterback. You have this talented ass roster right now, and the NFC South is like a really stacked division. But if you're not at least
to keep up with.
Huh?
Very hard division to keep up with.
Yeah, very hard. But if you're not competing like the Panthers are competing, Ron Rivera is not going to get fired this year.
Any one of those teams can win that division.
Real quick on the Panthers, white boy
McCaffrey.
He
a problem.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
That boy, nice.
He was supposed to fall to the bottom of the first, but they were like, no, fuck that dude. Let's take him.
They took him way early.
It took him like the 13th pick or 14th pick, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's good. And he was good last year, too. They just didn't get the ball to him last year a lot. But he's still a good
They're
numbers.
trying to dual running back with Stewart and him.
Yeah.
And now he's a feature back now, which is great to see.
But I think Dirk Cotter's the first one out, especially if you have a guy who's supposed to be your franchise quarterback and you haven't had him live up to the potential. And if you got to draft, you might be moving on from Jameis after this year, too.
Yeah.
Winston, when do you think they're trading Winston?
I think they trade Winston.
How about Jameis Winston to the Giants?
That's I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. If they don't get a quarterback this offseason, that's the move to make. Okay. You got to.
Bridgewater goes to the Giants. If Jameis goes to the Giants, I think Bridgewater goes to the Bucs.
No, they're going to extend Bridgewater in New Orleans. He's going to take over for Drew Brees. Drew Brees only has like 2 seasons left.
That would suck for Teddy. Only because I would say he's good enough right now to be a starting quarterback.
Yeah, but you know what? You're putting Teddy in a position to succeed. So would it really suck for him?
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
So you guys.
Oh, you know what else they were talking about?
You guys would, before you go on, you guys would always tell me, "Oh, we need someone who's going to take over for Eli. You guys need someone who's going to take over here." And I made the point that not often do you have a quarterback who comes in and takes over for a Hall of Famer that can compete either way. And you guys were barely able to name me 9 quarterbacks since like 1960 who've been able to do it. Mm-hmm. If you have a talent like Teddy Bridgewater, and you know Breeze is slowly on his way out, why would you let Teddy go? You wouldn't. Extend him, backload his contract.
Drew Brees is 38 right now, and he's saying right now he wants to play till 45.
Doubt that. He's one hit away from being like, I'm out.
He's saying the same thing as Tom Brady, and Tom Brady forced Jimmy Garoppolo to get traded.
Yeah, but Drew Brees also isn't that guy.
Yeah, he is in New Orleans. Hell yeah.
He's not going to be the get him out.
Mm-hmm. No. I'm not saying because even reports said that Tom Brady wasn't like get his ass out of here. They were saying that Tom Brady's play was like forced Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick to have a conversation where it was like, we're not moving on from Tom Brady. You got to move on from this guy. because Tom Brady's still playing like a fucking MVP. He's going to retire a Patriot because
I think
he's still
Breeze
playing
plays
like
maybe 3 years. I don't think Bridgewater's going to get a bigger contract than he has right now. They'll probably extend him at pretty much at what he's making right now.
Yeah.
And just keep him like just next man up. Because you know what? What if Breeze gets hurt and Bridgewater's forced to step in, and then he plays just as well or better, and now it's like, all right, now we have to move on from Breeze.
Yeah, I think they traded a 3rd-round pick to get him, so I think there's a good chance that they re-sign him.
Oh, yeah.
The interesting nugget, and I was about to say it before, was that they were saying Sean Payton really doesn't have a good relationship with the owner of the New Orleans Saints. They were saying if that Dallas job opens up, Sean Payton could be gone.
Yeah.
He'll be in that Dallas job quick.
The only problem I see with that Sean Payton thing is fucking Jerry Jones likes yes men. And if he's not a yes man, he's going to get rid of you real soon.
Yeah, but if you get rid of Jason Garrett and you're able to get that offensive like coach like
that would save Dak's career.
It would, yeah.
It would save Dak's career. But
Zeke's numbers would go through the roof too.
The problem is the lack of weapons.
Sean Payton would change that shit real quick. Do you see how he's able to draft wide receivers?
Yeah. They need
Brandon
to address
Cooks,
tight
Michael
end.
Thomas.
If they're able to just address tight end, they win, right?
Yeah.
They have enough weapons to make it happen. They need to figure out what they're doing at wide receiver. But if there's Eli, the Giants got to do something. If they get the number 1 pick, I know a certain quarterback in Oregon that's ready to go. Certain quarterback in Oregon that's ready to go that I called out a couple weeks ago, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he'll be good.
He's going to be very good.
For
arm
picks,
talent.
did Steven send in his picks?
He didn't send in his picks. He's going to give me his picks the next couple days. So we're going to...
Hopefully before Sunday.
Yeah, he's giving it to me before Sunday. So
He'll probably do it
it's
this weekend.
unfair that he had to go to work so soon, so I'm not going to penalize him. If you were just like, I'm not going to be on the show, then you're going to be penalized.
Penalized, yeah.
But
when life
I was in the
calls,
midst of a holdout.
yeah, he was in the midst of a holdout, but we're all right. We're good here. So we're going to get some picks done, and we're going to get the fuck out of here.
Do you want to do the results really quick? You want to tell the news?
Yes. So Steven's still in first place, but spoiler, Alfredo literally won 12 games. He won every Lone Ranger. He only lost 2 games.
Yeah.
He was the winner of the week.
Hey,
And by
Papi,
him
you
doing
know what
that,
I say, Papi.
he has officially taken Hunter's spot at 3rd
Hey,
place.
Papi, you know what I say.
And you know what's even scarier? He's 3 games behind me.
But he's 1 game ahead of me, right?
He's 1 game ahead of you, 3 games behind me, and 7 games behind my
Pero
brother.
Papi is very good, you know what he
Yeah,
say.
better go. So Philadelphia at New York Giants. Everybody else had Philadelphia but me. So I was
You
playing.
Lone Rangered that?
I Lone Rangered that. I went for the spread. So
You went New York Giants?
I went New York Giants. I went because the spread was only 2 points. So I was like, all right.
You said you were never picking the New York Giants.
You know
after
what?
week
I had
one.
to go back to my word because I thought they may be able to do something. And 2 teams that are struggling, maybe the better offense kind of goes up. Saquon Barkley had an amazing game,
Yeah,
but I should really stop never picking the Giants again because Eli Manning literally can't throw the ball down the fucking
I'm never
field.
picking the Giants ever again.
If I pick the Giants again, you guys have permission to both kick me in the nuts.
Okay.
So D.
Are we all in agreement in that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I figured we would be. We can't do Lone Rangers
Oh yeah, that's true.
until
Yeah.
Steven gives us his picks. But we could put our picks in place until further
then.
notice. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Atlanta is favored by 3.5 points.
Atlanta.
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go Atlanta.
Atlanta, with all the injuries they have on defense, I think Tampa Bay is going to have a good game. Los Angeles Chargers at Cleveland. Chargers are favored by 1 point.
Really? I'll pick the Chargers.
I'm taking Cleveland.
My heart says Cleveland because I've been picking.
You literally pick
I've
Cleveland
picked
every week.
Yeah,
You
but
literally
I think
pick-
the Chargers definitely win.
I'm going to pick the
this
Chargers too.
Fun fact, Cleveland Browns lead the league in takeaways.
year. Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Not
great.
bad. That's good.
They got a
And
really
They have a
good
good
defense.
defense. Just their
Yeah,
offense.
they're
is-
Makes it Denzel Ward.
Who picked him for Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, you did.
Man, we should have put something online for that. Indy at New York Jets. The New York Jets are the
Indy.
favorite by 2.5 points.
They are?
I'm taking the Jets.
I'm taking the Colts.
Do I believe in luck?
Do you believe in life after luck?
You know, I'll go with the Jets.
Hey. Seattle at Oakland. Seattle is the favorite by 3.
Seattle.
I'm also going Seattle. Actually, you know what?
I'm going
Yeah, I'm
Raiders.
going Seattle.
I'll go Raiders.
Carolina at Washington. Washington is the favorite by 1. I'm going Carolina.
I'm going Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going to go Carolina.
Buffalo at Houston. Houston
Houston.
favored by 1.
I'll say Houston.
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 If Buffalo wins this game, Bill O'Brien's definitely getting fired.
Yes. Arizona at Minnesota. Minnesota is
Minnesota.
favored by 10.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
For sure.
That's the widest gap of the week. I think we're all going Minnesota here. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Since he's hot right now, I'm going
Since
Cincy.
he's favored by 2.5, I'm going Cincy, and they're home.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
Ooh. Chicago at Miami. Chicago.
Chicago failed me last week, but I don't know. Who's on the Dolphins?
Who faced Chicago last week? Was Chicago on a bye week?
No, didn't they face the Vikings?
No. The Vikings faced the Eagles. Chicago might have been on a bye week.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
All I know is the last time the Bears played, they failed me terribly.
The Bears only lost 1 game. I think.
They've tied. Yeah, they lost. I think they've lost 1 game. It's not showing me the.
So you're going with the Dolphins?
Fuck,
I'll go
I'll
Bears.
go with the Dolphins. They're 3-2. Bears are 3-1. Holy shit! I'm sticking with my guns. I'm gonna go with Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, they beat the Bucks last week, 48-10.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's one of the top defenses in the league against shitty Ryan Tannehill. Who are you going with, Hunter?
I said the Bears.
Oh, Bears. Cool. The Rams versus Denver.
Rams.
The Rams are favored by 7. I'm
Rams.
going by the Rams.
Oh wait, so Brandon Cooks might not play. Cooper Kupp might not play.
I'm still taking that Rams defense over.
You said Rams are
7-point favorite
Over
against
who?
Denver.
Denver. I'm a lone. Well, not Lone Ranger. I'm gonna take Denver on this one.
Yeah, there's this weird thing that a lot of these wide receivers who play Denver are on this really weird diet where they're just eating DBs for lunch. And every defensive back in Denver is just getting torched. You saw Robbie Anderson just have a spark of a game.
Yeah.
By the way, Steven, I don't owe him an apology. He had 1 good game. He has 3 fumbles on the season. I don't give a fuck.
It's terrible as a wide receiver.
Yeah, Fredo, who are you going with?
I say Rams.
Rams, right. Baltimore, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Baltimore's a favorite by 3.
You know what? I can't put these chances on it since
For
he's
some
already
reason,
up
I like
on me. I'm gonna go
Tennessee.
Rams. Fuck that. I'm already losing right now. I had a gap to try to.
To try to close.
Baltimore, Tennessee.
I said Tennessee.
Baltimore.
Baltimore for me as well.
Something about that powder blue. I don't know.
Something about Alfredo picking last week's picks based on like no analysis.
Yo.
I was looking at some of the picks. I was like, why is he picking
Me
it
and
just based on
Steven
this shit?
So before we continue, me and
Something about
Steven
those powder
were
blue-
trying to make Hunter. We're trying to get a bet that if you end up beating Hunter in picks, he has to get Andy Dalton's initials tattooed on his ass.
I'm not doing that.
Because in case the world doesn't know, Hunter said if Andy Dalton leads a comeback against Indianapolis, he's going to get his name tattooed on him. He quickly deleted the tweet,
But you screenshot.
but I was able to screenshot it before he did. So I have proof. So we have to figure out something where Hunter has to get AD or Andy Dalton.
What if he gets one of those temporary long-term tattoos?
like henna?
No, not like. No, it's like
Andy Dalton
no,
and
it's
henna.
like, it's like this sticker that goes a couple layers in your skin and it washes off after like a month and a half.
I want him to get the actual needle.
Okay.
I don't want it permanent.
It's on your butt cheek. Who cares?
I'll be good with temporary.
Everybody's gonna see it's Anna. Unless you just want to go and fucking bend over and be like, "Hello," and start spreading
Oh,
your
man,
butt
you
cheeks.
don't. Then I'll like shit fire like Andy Dalton.
Oh God.
All right, you took things weird. Jacksonville at Dallas. Jacksonville's favored by 3. I'm going with Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah.
Yep. This is the hardest game of the week for me.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City at New England. New England's favored by 3.5. I'm going Kansas City as well.
I'm gonna go New England.
Of course you are.
How are you gonna say? Of course, I picked against them last 2 weeks, or 2 weeks before.
Yeah, you picked against them once.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was originally going to pick New England, but I think this is going to be such a shootout.
I think it's going to be a shootout. If it was in Kansas City, I'd pick Kansas City. It's in Foxborough. I'm going to pick Tom Brady.
This is literally such a shootout.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not.
Holmes
just had his first game of throwing 2 interceptions. Still threw for 300 yards, had a rushing touchdown, was still able to beat the best defense in the league.
You know what I'd say to that? I'd say when you give Bill Belichick, what was it, like 10 days to prepare, 11 days like as soon as I got off the thing, like they've had 3 extra days to prepare for Kansas City. I think they'll be able to do it. The only thing I think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think their defense is going to play well, but I think a shootout in Foxborough is going to end up a Patriot win. And how often does it not? I mean, Kansas City's beat them the last few years, but I think the Patriots are motivated to beat them this year.
I don't think they have the same motivation because it's not the same team. So they don't have real animosity.
Andy Reid coach team.
Yeah, fuck Andy Reid. I don't think they have the same animosity as they would if it were the same team that's been beating them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kansas City also doesn't have that defense that they had.
No,
when
not at all. But this is the best offense I've seen in a very long time. And that Patriots defense also isn't like very good. So
pretty average.
They're average defense. But
it'll end up being a top 10 defense by the end of the year in terms of like points per game.
Points allowed and yards and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yards allowed, it might be closer to like the bottom half of the league, but points per game, they'll be a top 10 scoring defense by the end of the league. I think this is like right now, like you're heading October. I think this is the time where the Patriots defense steps up and they're like, okay. But I said before, I was like, I think no matter what, I think it's going to be a shootout too. But I think no matter what, I think this is the game that Pat Mahomes might clinch MVP early on in the season, or it might just put a stamp on it and be like, this is the game. And they've always, I think past MVPs have always had a game like that. I think
Jacksonville, the game last week, didn't cement it, but he played great.
Yeah, but when you beat Jacksonville, you're like, okay, you just beat Jacksonville. When you beat Tom Brady, like, that's something different. And Foxborough.
I don't like you disrespecting Jacksonville like that.
No, I'm just saying, like,
no, it's still okay. So, like, quarterback matchup, if you're able to out-duel Tom Brady, it always looks better for you. But Tom Brady's not playing defense.
That Seahawks team in 2012 beat that 49ers team in 2012, but they weren't like, oh, see, the Seahawks are there. When they faced the Patriots and they beat the Patriots in Seattle, it was like, holy shit, this defense is real. That's what I'm saying. It's like I think
those are two different, like, since you're comparing a defense versus an offense, and now you're comparing quarterback.
No, I'm saying, like, when you beat that team, like like the Seahawks were like, holy shit, we just beat the Patriots. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, no,
and that's
I read you.
Jacksonville is like, when Jacksonville beat New England, they were like, we want to go in and beat New England's ass. And when they beat New England, they were like, holy shit, that's the fucking. Oh. Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, you lost your thought.
Yeah, but when you beat New England, when you beat a Bill Belichick team, you're going to be like, holy shit, we just beat the Patriots.
Yeah, no, that'd be the best.
Remember a couple years ago, too, when Cam Newton beat New England? And they're like, oh, shit, the Panthers just beat New England on a Monday Night Football. That's how it is. Like, you could face all these good teams during the year with good defenses, but the Patriots are a different story because they're still a Tom Brady, Bill Belichick team. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying,
I'm not
disrespected, but I'm saying in the national spotlight, when you see Kansas City beats New England, I think that's bigger in, like, a lot of people's eyes than seeing Kansas City beats Jacksonville. And not in our eyes because we know how Jacksonville's defense is. I'm saying in, like, just casual football watchers. Like, if Alfredo didn't know anything about football and he watched them beat the Jags, he'd be like, oh, shit, they just beat the Jags. And he didn't know anything about their defense. And then if he sees them beat the Patriots, then he's like, oh, shit, they just beat the Patriots. And they blew them out or something like that.
You just made a lot of really good points.
Yeah.
That's why we keep you around. Last game of the week, San Francisco at Green Bay.
You already know.
Green Bay is the second highest point favorite with 9.5. I think we're all clinched on that. Yeah, Fredo, eventually you're going to have to pick against Green Bay.
Eventually.
Never.
Hold on.
Because literally every Sunday I get a text message from
Never.
Alfredo with him complaining. Not even watching the game, but complaining about
I just know.
something.
And then
It's our defense.
remember when we were talking about that game? We were talking about that Minnesota game, and we were like talking back and forth on it. And Alfredo was like, "What happened? What happened? Please, I don't know what happened." And I was like, "Dude, you can't watch. Just go on NFL streams on Reddit." He was like, "Send the link." I was like, "Just go on it, find the link, just watch the game." I think you're at work though, so
Yeah, he is at work. He's not. He doesn't have the luxury I have, where I do whatever I want.
Yeah, I work nights, like 1 to close shifts, so it's like, it sucks. Yeah. Sundays I work.
Yeah, get your fucking hours changed.
I don't know. Sundays I'm the closer, dude.
Be the opener.
I can't. It's impossible. But
just gotta get a NFL
Quit.
Sunday ticket.
you got some money to borrow?
No, just hold
the end
out.
of
Hold out. Do a contract holdout.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell has inspired me. I'm not going to work until you start making me open.
No, but I know for sure, like, even looking at, like, stats and stuff like that, the best player we have on defense is Clinton Dix. We have 2 rookie corners, which I understand. You know, it takes time to develop. Our linebackers are super duty. Clay Matthews is on his way down.
I will not say Clay Matthews is on his way down. I will say
As a pass rusher, he's got another 3 years.
Clay Matthews needs to adapt to the rules.
I mean, we have Muhammad Wilkerson.
He broke his leg, or he's hurt again.
Oh, he's hurt again? All right, so Mike Adams. What's that? Our defensive tackle's name again? The one that likes anime?
Mike Daniels.
Yeah, Mike Daniels. I haven't really seen him do anything this year.
So the thing with defensive tackles, they stop the run.
The run, yeah.
You're not going to see them get a ton of sacks. You're not going to get...
We're losing over top.
Yeah,
And Clinton Dix said this might be his last year in Green Bay.
He did?
Well, yeah, because you're not going to pay him.
They
Right.
should pay him.
But
He's one of the top safeties in the league right now.
So Fredo, let me explain this to you one more time.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has just got a fully guaranteed contract for what, 90 or $100 million, something like that.
180. It could be worth up to 180.
Worth up to $180 million. Mm-hmm. How are they going to pay HaHa?
I don't know. We need to keep HaHa.
You need to talk to Aaron Rodgers
have to
about
keep
fucking
HaHa.
taking a fucking
Cut.
a pay cut.
That's what happens.
We have to keep HaHa.
The
He's
salary,
the only person keeping our defense together.
not really, but because your defense still isn't together.
Yeah, it's not together, but he is.
Well, you know what I mean?
He is the best player on that
defense.
defense.
He's a cornerstone of our defense right now.
He's the best player on your defense. I like Clinton Dix.
I like HaHa Clinton Dix, but he's not one of those safeties that.
Well, he has the best
can-
name in football, but anyway.
No, he doesn't.
One of the best names.
The best name in football.
Oh wait, that's a good discussion.
That's a very good question. Who has the best name in football? My laptop just
Jake
died.
Butt.
Jake Butt does have a good name. What was it? Forrest Lamp?
I think somebody was making a joke about it where, like, you know those moth memes?
Yeah.
Where it's like, light, lamp. Like,
Forrest Lamp has a good name. DeForest Buckner
that's a good name.
has a good name.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wow. So the first... So
Ziggy Hood.
I looked up best NFL names, and the first 3 are Dick Butkus, which is like 50,
Classic.
60 years ago.
Classic.
Clinton Dix, and then Jake Butt.
Jake Butt.
Wait, Jaquisi Tart.
What about Dante Whitner when he changed his name to Dante Hittner?
Hittner? Yes. Yeah.
At least it ain't Hitler.
He was
Yeah.
he was laying dudes out when he was on that Niners team.
Oh, DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
Oh, absolutely. How can I forget about Brick? Oh boy, he was one of my favorite all-time Jets. Offensive
John
lineman.
Booty.
John Booty.
Former NFL Houston Texan.
There's
Richie Incognito.
There's another name.
Fair Hooker.
There's a guy named Webster Slaughter.
CJ Ayu.
T.J. Hujmanzada.
Ashton Ubudi.
Oh, this was not...
Ben Gay.
Damn, stop hitting the table.
There was a guy back in... that used to play for the Rams named Jack Youngblood.
Yes.
Yep.
Jack
Yeah, I remember
Youngblood.
that. Dick Butkus is always there. Chris Hanberger.
What? For real?
Quentin Jammer.
I love Quentin Jammer. That name was so
Atari
appropriate.
Bigby.
Quentin Jammer's name was so appropriate because he was a corner, or he was a safety. So I think it was very appropriate for that name. We have a guy in our Madden franchise named
Kevin Cootie.
His name is Heimberger.
Yeah.
Did it have the little 2 dots on top of it?
No, but that's real close to hamburger.
Oh, Lord. Captain Munnerlyn?
Vince Wilfork's
Captain
also a top.
Munnerlyn.
Vince Wilfork is also a top NFL name.
I don't think it's a top NFL name. I think it's a top
Is
NFL
Des
personality.
Bryant first name really Des?
Yes, Desmond DeMont Bryan.
Oh, okay. Are those just straight up Des?
No,
What
Desmond.
about top NFL nicknames?
Top NFL, the Honey Badger.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a nickname better than that.
There's a few, I think.
Better than the Honey Badger?
Because you like honey badgers.
No,
so you're
no. You don't understand the origin of the Honey Badger, huh?
Yeah, honey badger don't play.
Honey Badger don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, Tyrann Mathieu, when he was at LSU, had the fucking, like, the hair, and then he dyed the top blonde, like a fucking honey badger. And he was so fucking fierce. He had the most, like, forced fumbles and strips. Mm-hmm. The only reason he fell in the draft because he had got caught with marijuana.
Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode's very good.
Fitzmagic,
Fitzmagic is delightful.
Big
but
snack.
All day.
No, I don't like all day. Sorry, Adrian Peterson.
AD.
Golden Graham.
They called him Purple Jesus.
Johnny Football.
Touchdown Jesus.
CJ2K.
Yeah, that was good when he was good.
Yeah, when he was good.
Megatron.
Megatron's good. I think right now, currently in the NFL,
Revis Island.
Honey Badger's the best.
Shady.
Yeah, Matty Ice.
Right.
Super Mario.
Oh, you remember what's his
Mariota.
face? Terrence.
Terrence Newman?
Yeah, his pot roast.
Oh, that's Terrence Knighton.
Terrence Knighton.
Pot roast. God.
Revis
damn, what?
Island is
Anytime.
another one.
Devin Hester. Anytime.
Sanchez.
I don't ever remember him being called anytime.
Really?
Never.
T-Sizzle.
Terrell Suggs.
Shady
that's a good one.
McCoy.
Shady
Ball
McCoy's
Hawk.
good. Ball
Ba-
Hawk.
Superman.
Who's Ball Hawk?
Ed Reed.
No.
Bam Bam.
Cam Chancellor.
Let's see.
I like this. I like the you say the nickname, I guess who it is.
Minitron.
Edelman.
Yeah.
I thought.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
The Milkman.
Gene Lipscomb.
Milkman.
Yep.
He's white.
Yep. He's in the league now. On defense. One of the most dominant defensive players right now.
Harrison Smith.
Nope.
Luke Kuechly.
Nope.
Clay Matthews.
Nope.
J.J. Watt.
Yep.
Black Unicorn.
Black Unicorn. Oh, my God.
Legatron.
Zerline.
Yep.
Marcellus Bennett.
Oh. I'm enjoying this. I'm rather enjoying this.
Breezes.
Breezes. God, that's terrible.
Drew Brees.
Obviously, I know who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drew Brees for being the all-time passing yards leader, by the way.
Black Unicorn.
He just did that.
Who did you say?
He said Martellus Bennett.
Oh, you didn't do it? Oh, okay.
No, I didn't know who it was. I didn't. A lot of these names I never heard of. Like the Devin Hester nickname, I don't remember. And I'm a big fan of Devin Hester.
Oh, my favorite, Debo.
Debo. Who?
James Harrison.
I don't ever remember him being called that either.
Really? I've heard it a few times.
Nah. And the Ed Reed one, I think they just called him a ball hawk. I don't remember him being called ball hawk because that's E.D. Reed, boy, greatest safety you ever seen,
You
boy.
know it's a good one, but he wasn't in the NFL. He's in the XFL.
He
Rod
hate me?
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Fearsome Foursome?
I'm gonna please your ears with a story before we go. Do you guys
Close it
have
off
any?
with this.
Do you guys have any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, the
before-
Fraser BJ Rogers.
You always got to give that weekly shout out to shannonsday.com.
Shannon's Day.
Shannonsday.com.
Link in the description down below.
Keep speaking. Say words while I'm looking this up.
All right. To my Twitter account, we gained 15 followers in the last day or so, but we still put out trash content, so follow for trash content.
Oh, man. Iceman. Carlos Herta.
Shout out to T.I. for putting out a great album recently.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
I haven't
Lil
heard
Wayne
it
for
yet.
putting
It's
out
very
a
good.
album.
Opens up very hard. Homeboy spazzes. Also, very underrated with his ear for beats. So
For
Best
beats?
album
his
this
ear
year
for
that you've
beats.
heard.
Always great beat
Yeah.
selection for T.I.
Yeah, I love T.I. beat selection.
What's the best album this year?
For me personally, Pusha T.
So
I don't care.
Who?
For me, Pusha T.
No.
Just because the style that I love to hear on a daily basis, it pushes.
So best album that's come out.
Just in
I
totality.
think it's Cardi B's album.
Okay.
Cardi B's album is absolute fire from start to beginning. It's not like great lyrical content or anything like that, but it's good music.
Yeah.
It's very good music, and it's going to be very difficult to beat Cardi B's album. Other than that, J. Cole's album's real good.
I was going to say KOD.
J. Cole's album is fucking awesome.
KOD,
I like Post
yeah.
Malone's album.
Carter 5, I've been playing it. I love the Carter 5.
I want to hear
think
Upwar because it has a very New York style beat to that.
It's special delivery.
Oh yeah, it is.
I'm gonna do special delivery.
I
good
love
ear for
I
music.
love New York style beats. That's why I love Swiss beats.
Yeah, I
He's
think
one of
Swiss
my
Beats.
favorite
I think Swiss
Oh,
Beats
wait.
is a tad bit overrated, but
All right, while you're also pulling it up,
I'm ready.
shout out
so
to
you
the
can-
Boston Red Sox.
Yep. Shout out to the Boston Red Sox. Fuck the Jets. Fuck the Giants. Fuck the Bills. Fuck the Yankees. Fuck the Mets. Fuck the Jets. Fuck the Giants.
Knicks, fuck the Nets.
Fuck the Knicks, the Nets, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Red Bulls. New York sports suck, and I hate my life. I'm going to bless y'all with a story.
Story time with Dylan.
This is from Mr. Ethan Albright. In case you guys don't know who Ethan Albright is, in Madden 2007, he was rated the worst player in Madden. So
You gonna get through this one?
I'm going to try to. I'm squeaking up right now. And he decided to write an email to John Madden himself, who has nothing to do with the football game
Or the ratings.
or the ratings.
His
no.
name was just
Lord.
on it.
He sent an email to John Madden and CC'd Electronic Arts.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I'm going to do my best to hold my composure because I tend to cry reading this. Because I know this is Fredo's first time hearing this, and Hunter heard me try to get through this a couple days ago, and I couldn't.
I only heard spurts.
He only heard spurts.
Oh, but here we go, guys.
Hi, John. All right, it's not. You're not helping me when you do stuff like that. It's hi, John, and a fucking comma. You're supposed to pause.
Hi, John. Immediately died.
Hi, John. My name is Ethan Albright. I play line for the Washington Redskins. You probably already knew that, so I'll continue. I'm writing in regards to the overall player rating of 53 that I received in Madden NFL Football 2007. Oh, boy, here we go. I feel that this is fucking bullshit. And you should kiss my motherfucking ass.
We should pass it off and see who just gets the furthest without.
I want to interview him. I want to call him.
Adam, you gotta add him.
We might be able.
I want to see what I can do this. I'll finish this paragraph and then we'll go round robin.
You say Robin?
I said we'll go round robin.
Oh.
Ahmad Carroll was rated a 78, and the Packers just cut his ass on a Tuesday morning after his performance in a Monday night game. That is pretty terrible. The worst part is his overall rating was sniffing 80. You can start off with, you know what, John?
No. Go through it until you
Okay.
start laughing.
Okay.
And then when you start laughing, you gotta.
Yeah, man, here we go. You know what, John? Two can play this game. I rate you a fucking 12. I rate you a fucking 12 in Ethan Albright Football 2000 ever, except for the category of ball licking. That is where I'll spot you a 98 rating. You will receive this score because I will never give your blubbery ass a 99 in any category. Take that, pencil dick.
This is legit 100%.
100%. Go to Al Michaels or something. Boom. It's also pretty wonderful that my awareness rating was 59. You make it sound like I wake up in the morning helplessly shit pissed myself. Then lose 3 of my teeth before I discover that I am trying to eat a rock for breakfast. Fuck, John. I understand you saying that I'm slow and lacking athleticism, but a rating like this pretty much labels me as a retarded or Ron. He ain't me smart. Has a 52 in this category. Electronic Arts is saying that 7 rating points separate me and the breathing embodiment of the perfect oxymoron. Ron Smart struggled to arrange words in sentence form. Cavemen had better hold of English language. The only action that separate point values of ignorance at this embarrassing level are things like using your own toothbrush to wipe your ass. I basically edged out Rod by my lack of shit teeth. If I take a night school class, could you bump me up to a 60? I guess I just can't fathom the fact that I'm absolute worst player rated out of the entire NFL. Fuck, man. There are some shitty guys out there. Amongst everyone, I was rated the absolute worst. I've received the impression that you feel that I'm lacking in the agility category. I should consider a walk through my living room where I don't crash through a wall or kick over furniture a resounding success. My agility rating in your game is 33. It makes it sound like I just topple over if I just start moving too fast. Ted Washington is rated a 40 in agility. He is listed at 365 pounds. If Ted Washington tied a white lady up and made her wear a metal bikini, he'd look like Hot Job of the Hut. John, you are such a fucking dick. I also noticed that my kick return rating was a 0. I was rated a fucking 0. So you feel that I shouldn't even receive a 10 or even a 5? You were pretty much saying that I couldn't even fall forward on a ball kicked my direction. I would just stand there and let the ball bounce off my fucking face. Fuck that, John. I returned an onside kick 6 yards in 2002. You should have slapped a -4 on me. I had EA staff ambush me with paintball guns. Finally, I'd like to comment on an unlikely topic. My pass coverage rating. I see that I'm a better man-to-man coverage, 31, than zone, 21. Fuck me sideways with a lunchbox. Where do these scores even come from? How much time is spent coming up with pass coverage ratings on offensive linemen? Can I have that job? Let's see here. I think that Orlando Pace would be slightly better at jumping intermediate routes than Larry Allen. While I'm at it, I can assign the passing ratings for offensive linemen as well. I can use mine as guide. I was rated with a throw power of 17 and accuracy of 16. Orlando Pace has a 22 power and 17 accuracy rating. Did someone at EA really put the time into figuring out that Orlando Pace edges out Ethan Albright in both throwing power and accuracy? I will challenge him any day. My horrible passer rating are the great misfortune to my son, Redbeard Jr. This poor boy is not only hideously ugly and covered by freakishly large freckles, he also has to suffer through playing catch with me in my senile, elderly woman-type passer rating. A session of tossing the picks can usually consist of me missing my son by 30 yards in sporadic directions. I let him in front of a fire truck once my wife kicked my ass. This is because of my 76 toughness rating. Yes, a 76 is far better than the other ratings, but I'm a fucking lineman, damn it. NFL linemen are considered to be synonymous with toughness. According to your game, I'm retarded, uncoordinated, pussy-ass fuckwad that can't fall on a kickoff, throw, or spell. I am, however, slightly better at manning up on a receiver than dropping into zone coverage. You lose your mind more and more each year, old man. Fuck you, John. Please expect to find red pubes in various meals you consume for the rest of your life. If you fuck with Ethan Albright, you get calmed down the thunder. Rotten hell, Ethan Albright. I'll tell you what, that's the most success I've ever had reading that story in the fucking 4 years I've fucking known of it. And it is by far one of my favorite things I've ever read. Just type in Ethan Albright Madden rating or worst player in Madden.
Ethan Albright Madden, that's all you gotta
And oh my God, it is one of the best things I've ever had. Ethan Albright, if I ever am given the opportunity to where I could speak to you for 5 minutes on this letter and know where your mind frame was and what is the reason you did it, you'll make my life. Man, Ethan Albright, please don't let my
Hunter, try to get the work in, dog. You're on vacation too. Try to get this motherfucker out.
I will see if I can send an email or find Twitter or something.
Yeah.
I need to talk to him for 5 minutes, and if I can do that, my life will be complete. Also, Jimmy Butler, come on my show and talk his shit. Nobody listens anyway. Shout out to all our listeners. Thank you. Please like and share. Soon we'll be spreading out to other avenues. Starting tomorrow, the website will be up. I'm going to be putting in the information probably when this is over with, and the website will officially be up and open to the public.
Real quick, Ethan Albright has 187 followers on Twitter.
Oh, he may respond. He may respond. Let's bombard him.
When was the last time he sent a tweet out?
September.
Oh,
let's bombard him.
Let's get him, dude.
Oh my God. Ethan Albright.
But last time he liked the
prayers.
tweet was 12 hours ago. We're coming at you.
Ethan Albright, we're coming for you. If you could give us 5 minutes of your time at some point this week, next week, you'll make my life, you'll make Hunter's life, and Alfredo's life. We'd like to have a conversation about this particular email. If you want to talk about your career, we can talk about your career too. I'd be much obliged if you would like to take us up on this offer. But until then, I'm Dylan Barreto. I'm at grand_mama_ on Twitter. We have Alfredo Velez, who is at Muslim Goku on Twitter. Hunter, who is at OK Will Hunting on Twitter. Just like Goodwill Hunting, but he's incredibly average, and that name is the most accurate assumption of Hunter's life ever.
It is.
We are Jump Shot Therapy. Thank you guys for listening to us. And God, we're on 2 hours.
150 and not including interruptions.
150, not including interruptions. So thank you guys.
No, including interruptions.
Including interruptions. So we're probably really at like 140.
About.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week filling your ear holes with sweet, sweet verbal candy.
Goodbye, Peckerheads.
See you later, Peckerheads.
Goodbye.